Bonsoir et bienvenue à Orléans, or should I say, good evening and welcome everybody to our FIBA 3x3 channel for the final day of the Women's Series stop in Orléans, France. This is going to be the day where you play to survive and you play to advance and you play for the prize money and for the win. This is stop number 6 in the 2023 Women's Series. Orléans being a great host so far after the group stage played yesterday. Today we're going to start with the quarterfinals. 8 teams survived and they're getting ready to take on the court as we're going to start with the game between Canada and SC Yuanda. Once again, hello everybody. I'm very happy to be here with you. As I said, this is stop number 6 in this 2023 season of the Women's Series. We're going to have a total of 23 tournaments this year. This is by far a brand new record for the Women's Series. And this is the second out of a total of 5 tournaments that will be held in France. 3 in a row, because after this one, we're going to move on to Poitiers for June 27th and June 28th. And then just one day later, the 3x3 Caravan will once again take one step further and will go to Marseille June 29th and June 30th. First game of the day, like I said, Canada versus SC Yuanda. I'm going to greet everybody once again on our FIBA 3x3 YouTube channel and on our FIBA Facebook page. My name is Cosmin Petrescu, and I'm going to be your host for this second day of the tournament. I hope you're going to enjoy the action. Canada, the team that came back in the Women's Series after winning last year's final tournament and becoming the brand new champions. After a season that ended in Romania, in Constanța, Canada defeated France in the final of that tournament. Yesterday, Canada won both of the games played in Pool A. They started with a 21-17 win over Nepci, and they continued by defeating Italy 17-9. On the other hand, SC Wanda lost the first game of the tournament. They lost against the United States of America 21-6. They were not even close, but then they were able to come back and win against Azerbaijan. 21-14 was the score. So SC Wanda is in the quarterfinals, starting as the underdogs. We're going to watch the introduction of the players, and I'm going to be back with you after this.
Numéro 7, number 7, Paige Grosso. Et enfin, la numéro 1, la number 1, Michel Plouffe. Mesdames et messieurs, applaudissements pour le Canada. Et face au Canada, nous retrouvons le SC Yuanda, avec la numéro 10, Maud Sterdiou. Numéro 9, Yuanda Huo. Numéro 15, number 15, Saki Chia. Et numéro 34, number 34, Song Kitchen. Mesdames et messieurs, applaudissements pour le SC Yuanda. Without them, no game. Sans eux, il n'y a pas de match. Je vous demande d'applaudir et d'accueillir nos arbitres.
So these are the teams, just a mistake there on the graphics. There is no Claudia Pop for the SC Wanda. Claudia Pop is actually playing for Győr. SC Wanda is represented by Maud Sterdiou, a French player that was selected to play for one of the 3 sponsored teams represented in this competition. We have a hot day here in Orléans. 7 p.m. local time right now, and we have an 86 degrees Fahrenheit temperature. That's 30 degrees Celsius. So the weather might be a factor as fatigue will come on for the players, but we'll have to wait and see who is able to handle it better. Catherine Plouffe and Michel Plouffe, the 2 sisters that are still dominating the FIBA 3x3 Women's Series. Michel Plouffe was the top scorer yesterday, finishing with a total of 16 points, 8 points per game for her. On the other hand, for SC Yuanda, Yutong Huo, a player who was representing China in the past on the national level, is the top scorer of the team, 13 points in total, 6.5 per game. And we are underway. First shot of the game goes in, a two-pointer from Saiki Jia. And SC Yuanda breaks the seal. The answer from Michel Plouffe won't go on the second attempt, but then they get the rebound, and Michel Plouffe finds the ball in the paint, scoring for Canada. This is Jia once again, driving and thriving. Counted plus the foul. SC Yuanda with a new school two-pointer and then with an old school two-pointer. First from beyond the arc. Now we might have 2 points from Saiki Jia if she scores the free throw. That's going to be added after she was able to absorb the contact and go straight to the rim. Jia, the free throw line won't miss. So she opens with 4 straight points in her favor. 4-1 for SC Yuanda. Canada is a team that usually do not panic. They have a lot of patience, and this is what Catherine Plouffe can do. Getting to her hot spot, scoring from mid-range, but there's no defense so far for Canada. Yutong Huo wide open underneath the basket, adding another point to this SU on the lead. Crozon from beyond the arc, lets it fly, won't go. And Michel Plouffe got the position. She was grabbed from behind by Huo. So Canada will retain the possession, and they're going to get it back with a check ball from the top of the arc. This is Casey Bosch looking for Catherine Plouffe. And now we have a foul away from the basketball. That's also against SC Yuanda, adding another one to their team total. Second team foul for the Chinese team. Catherine Plouffe finds Casey Bosch wide open beyond the arc, but she gets closer to the rim and uses the protection and the right-hand hook shot to score. Servinou cannot hit from underneath the basket, the reverse layup. This is Catherine Plouffe. Back to Bosch. Looks for Crozon. Once again, Plouffe with a shot clock down to 1. She has to put it up. That's too late. And we have a shot clock violation after a very good defensive play from SC Yuanda. Juntong Huo gets the ball back to the top of the arc. This is Keshin. Back to Stervinou for 2. It rims out, but they grab the ball. Once again, Stervinou driving on the left hand, shooting with the right one. Too strong on the glass. The ball was rebounded by Canada. And now they're trying to get closer to the iron. Turn around J, nothing but air for Michel Plouffe. Crozon cannot hit on a second attempt. Stervinou to Keshin, back in the paint, and that's a foul committed by Casey Bosch. She felt like the mismatch was not in her favor, so she just wanted to take the foul and give the ball back from up top for SC1 because Yu Chong-Huo is a player that can dominate the paint against Bosch. She is taller, probably she's stronger, so she knows what she's doing. Stervinou. A bad pass to Huo. Now Catherine Plouffe with the fake, the shot, and the drop. Jia to Stervinou. Keshin lost the ball on her way to the basket. Finds it back, turn around, J Money. As the shot clock was expiring, and now Michel Plouffe from outside, too strong on the release. Yutong Huo with the rebound, lob inside, and Huo is able to be as fast as possible to avoid the block and score the bucket. 7-4 in favor of SC Yuanda. A little bit of an upset so far in this game. As I said, Canada was starting this tournament as the number 1 seed, as the reigning champs of the 2022 season, and also they won both games yesterday and they looked very good. Michel Plouffe now, second chance. This time it did not drop, and then we have a foul against Canada. 2 misses in a row here for Michel Plouffe. Song Keshin gets the ball back. Gives it to Stervinu. Wide open is Gia from beyond the arc. This time, inaccurate on that shot. Catherine Plouffe. Paige Crozon keeping the dribble alive. Looking for Plouffe inside. And she's able to draw the foul. Going to go to the free throw line, trying to cut the lead to 2. Or actually to cut the deficit for team to 2, but that's going to happen after the first TV timeout of this game. 6 minutes and 52 seconds left until the end of this first game of the tournament during the second day. I remind you, this is the quarterfinal stage. This is the knockout stage of the competition. Playoffs, ladies and gentlemen. Basically, win or go home. This is the deal here. We are starting with this Canada versus SU1. We're going to continue with the game between Spain and the United States of America under 24 team. Then France will play against the Netherlands, and the United States of America will end the quarterfinals with a game against Italy. Probably the strongest lineup for a women's series stop this year. 12 teams started in this tournament. They were divided into 4 groups of 3. The first 2 in each group advanced for today. 2-point attempt for Stervinu, and the bank is open. Are you kidding me? Maud Stervinu making it a 4-point game and a 4-point lead in favor of SC Yuanda. And it looks like that was dropped by Catherine Plouffe as she was trying to get closer to the rim, but it was last touch for SC Yuanda, so that will stay with Canada.
2 seconds on the shot clock.
Michelle Plouffe with 2 seconds on the shot clock, lets it fly. Gets the front of the rim, but there is Stervinu with a good box out. Grabbing the rebound for her team now, trying to accelerate, puts it up. And she is fouled by Casey Bosch. That's going to be team foul number 4 against Canada. Both teams with 4 team fouls, but the foul occurred before the shot. At least that's what the refs are saying. So no free throws. Look at that steal. Michelle Plouffe, gangsta style, stealing the ball from her opponent, but then misses it as she was blocked. Now she lets it fly from outside. Too strong. There is Casey Bosch. Another opportunity for Canada. Once again, Paige Crozon this time sinks it. And Canada is down by only 2. Gia. Stervinu with a hand in her face. The ball got the heel of the rim. Now Paige Crozon clears it out to Michelle Plouffe. She tried to thread the needle, but that was a kick ball, so we're going to have a fresh shot clock for Canada, and they're going to have it back. Crozon. Too strong on that 2-point attempt. Huo with the rebound. She was looking for a foul. It's only out of bounds, but it will stay with SC Yuanda.
La possession qui reste pour les Yuanda.
Huo trying to exploit the defense. She was forced to kick it out. Stervinu again, no. This time it rims out, but looks like Michelle Plouffe is the last one to put the hand on that ball. So that will give a fresh shot clock to SC Yuanda. This is cash in. And that's an offensive foul for a moving screen against SC Yuanda. Canada gets the ball back. They have the opportunity to split the lead in half or even tie it with a double, but that was too strong from Michelle Plouffe. I got your back, sister, says Catherine Plouffe, who gets the rebound and puts it in. Now cash in. Man, that was tighter than a telephone cabin in London, but she was able to draw the contact, so she'll go to the free throw line for 1 shot. Trying again to put SU on up by 2. Won't go. Catherine Plouffe for the rebound. There's Crozon. Looking for Bosch. Back to Plouffe, fakes the pass, gets closer to the rim, and she is fouled. That was the last foul to give for SC Yuanda. That will put Catherine Plouffe at the free throw line, but keep in mind that from now on, SC Yuanda is over the limit, and that will be penalized with 2 free throws every single time. Canada still with 1 foul to give, but they are also close to the penalty, and we just passed the midpoint of this game, so a long way to go. It will be pretty interesting of who's going to handle the pressure better and who's going to stay away from this problem, away from this foul problem, actually, from this foul trouble, as Stervino is shooting from mid-range but misses that shot. This is Catherine Plouffe, back to Casey Bosch. Bad pass here. I don't know what Michelle Plouffe was looking for. Bosch and Catherine Plouffe were there, but the ball was thrown right between them. None of them was able, not even having a chance of getting to that ball. So that's the turnover, and SC Yuanda gets it back. Song intercepted by Michelle Plouffe. Bullet pass inside, and Catherine Plouffe ties it at 9. After being down by as many as 4, Canada actually puts the ball into the nets, and I think that was a little bit of a problem on our graphic. So they are up by 1, actually. That's a 5-0 run in favor of Canada. This is Michelle Plouffe. The ball is deflected. She gets it back, lets it go, but looks like that was too late. That's a shot clock violation. SC Yuanda gets the ball back. They're still in it, but of course the momentum right now shifted in favor of Canada, who, just like I said, after being down by as many as 4, are now up by 1 after a 5-0 run. Cool. Good pass inside, and Keshin saying, okay, the room service is absolutely perfect. Thank you very much. We are tied at 10. Catherine Plouffe getting closer to the rim, scoring with the left hand. Gia to Keshin. Keshin trying to find an open lane. Stops, pops, and drops. What a fake. Where did you go, sister? That was the answer for Casey Bosch's defense. This is Catherine Plouffe looking for Casey Bosch. Intercepted again by Keshin. SC Yuanda with a chance to take back the lead. And she puts it in after the spin. Put it in the spin cycle. And don't get too dizzy after that. Now, a bad shot from Paige Crozan, but she follows her own miss. And she finds the ball back from outside. Gia cannot hit. Bosch with the rebound. Bad pass intercepted by Gia. Still tied at 12, and the game will be stopped. I think this is going to be the second TV timeout of this one. Yep. So a short break, and they're going to resume the action tied at 12.
3 minutes, 11 seconds remaining. Tie game between Canada and SC Yuanda. Égalité entre le Canada et le SC Yuanda. 12-12, 12-12. Mesdames et messieurs, comme les messieurs cet après-midi en qualification, là ce sont les dames qui nous offrent un match extrêmement disputé, un très beau match à suivre, donc je pense qu'elles méritent là aussi vos applaudissements. J'aimerais du bruit pour
So this is going to be very interesting.
Voilà, je vais faire ça.
Tied at 12, Canada versus SC Yuanda. Probably nobody expected SC Yuanda to be so close in this one, but they have a huge opportunity here to produce one of the biggest upsets in the women's series this season. Turnaround J from Yutong-Hu. That won't go. Casey Bosch. Michelle Plouffe puts up the double, and she knocks it down. Cold-blooded shot from Michelle Plouffe. That's a big shot from a big-time player. The answer from Gia won't go. They saved the ball, but that's in the hands of Paige Crozan. Michelle Plouffe scored from 2 moments ago. Now gives it up to Casey Bosch with the shot clock down to 2. Finds Plouffe in the paint. Turnaround Jade rims out. And the ball is rebounded by Gia, who looks for Yutong-Hu. Power move. Get out the way, girl. That's what she said. 14-13, 1-point ball game. Paige Crozon driving, but will not drive this time. Too strong on the release with the left hand. Stervinu finding the open lane and splitting the defense to tie it at 14. Paige Crozon from outside. And we're gonna stay tied at 14. That's a foul. That was against Canada. So Canada over the limit will send Gia at the free throw line for 2 shots. As I mentioned before, this is a huge aspect of the game. Both teams are in the bonus. You have to be focused. You have to stay away from this foul trouble because you're sending the opposing player to the free throw line when fatigue is becoming a factor and you are almost giving away easy points. Gia makes them both. 2-point advantage in favor of SC Yuanda. Catherine Plouffe looks for her sister in the paint and she is fouled. But at least this time the foul came on a shot attempt. I'm not saying that's a good foul because especially when you are in the penalty, fouling the opposing player, if she knocks down both free throws, means more than at least letting her score from underneath the basket. But when she misses the first one, the foul is okay. This is what happened here with Michelle Plouffe. As I mentioned, the top scorer yesterday, 8 points per game after the group stage of the tournament. Misses them both. So in the end, just forget what I said. That was a good foul. Awesome. Do it again. I don't know. Don't do it again. But at least this time it worked. But as they got back the ball, they lost it on the way to the basket. So Canada gets it back, down by 2. This is still very interesting. Catherine Plouffe, nice pass. Cutting like a hot knife through butter was Paige Crozon, who splits the lead in half, but we can have a 2-point lead again. Unfortunate for Keshin, she misses that shot. This is Gia for 2, comes up empty. Keshin with the offensive rebound, and she is fouled from behind once again. The same mistake made by Canada, sending Keshin to the free throw line for 2 more shots. And if she knocks them both, then we're going to have a 2-possession game. The first one for Keshin, no problem. One more shot for her. Splits the pair. It stays a 1-possession ball game. Catherine Plouffe gets it back from Michelle, puts it up, puts it in. Keshin. Stervinu stops, looks for Zhu Tonghuo, trying to get closer to the rim, putting the shoulder on her opponent and scoring anyway. Are you kidding me? The degree of difficulty on that shot was ridiculous. This is Michelle Plouffe. She is denied by Stervinu, but gets the ball back. And she uses the glass to make it a 1-point game. And we have a technical foul for not letting the opposing player to inbound the ball, not letting the Chinese team to play. So that's going to be 1 free throw. Maud Stervinu getting to the charity stripe. And she misses that shot. So no harm here. Stervinu. Whoa, with a lob pass. That was really dangerous, but Stervinu still got it. Back to Huo, lets it fly. Almost went in off the glass, rebounded by Catherine Plouffe, who is now found in the paint, and she ties it at 18. 32 seconds left. Stervinu for 2. Way off. She rushed that shot, and Canada is calling for a timeout. 28.5 left. 18-18. This is crunch time. Whoever's more cold-blooded here will win this game. So, what can I say? We're starting with a great game already. First quarterfinals, as probably you expected, will come down the wire. Well, not really as probable as everybody expected, because like I said, Canada started as the heavy favorites for this game, but you never know in 3x3 basketball, and all the teams here are so valuable. There's a lot of basketball quality for all these teams, so nothing is for granted. Now Canada gets the ball back, 28.5 left until the end of this one. This is Paige Crozon. Michelle Plouffe. She was waiting for that ball outside, but her sister Catherine threw it away. Way too high with that pass. Sometimes the tension is pretty thick. Maybe that happened there, even though Canada is a very experienced team. So now we have an 11-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Stervinu looking to break the tie. Too strong on the glass. Canada now with the ball. I didn't see who's gonna have that, but I think that's a turnover, so nope, actually it will stay with Canada. It will stay with Canada. 1 second differential now between the game clock and the shot clock. So basically the clocks are almost synchronized. Canada can keep it for the final shot of this game. Michelle Plouffe is not thinking of that. She misses the shot, giving SC Yuanda a chance now, but they don't have the opportunity to attempt a shot, and this will be decided in the overtime. 18-18 is the score after regulation, so the first team to score 2 points wins the first quarterfinal. It cannot be more dramatic. We just started here in Orléans, but I'm loving it. This is as hot as the temperature outside, as I was mentioning. 86 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 30 degrees Celsius, a very hot day here in France, but the game is pretty hot too. 18-18, both teams with the lead during this game. SC Yuanda led at some point by as many as 5. Then Canada was able to come back and take the lead, but that was not enough. Now it's all about tactics, and it's all about being as cold as possible. Some teams are only looking for the 2-pointers. Others are getting in the paint, getting easy buckets if they can. Paige Crozon. Catherine Plouffe to Crozon. This is for the win. Too long, offensive rebound, and Catherine Plouffe makes half of the business, getting the first point of the overtime. Stervinu lost it. Canada gets it back, and they have the opportunity to win this game. Now they need only 1 point. Jutong Huo checking back in the game to defend Michelle Plouffe, the top scorer of day one, gives the ball to Catherine Plouffe. She spins, navigating through the defense for the win, but she is denied by Stervinu. No soup for you. Now Stervinu getting closer to the rim, kicks it out. Gia for the win. They were so close, and now Canada can end it. Michelle Plouffe is denied again. This is not over. Canada gets the ball back from up top. What a huge opportunity moments ago for Gia to end it with a 2-pointer. Michelle Plouffe back to Catherine Plouffe. The crossover, the shoulder on her opponent, misses the shot. SC Yuanda gets it again. Huo for the win. Comes up empty. And now the game is stopped as Paige Crozon was attempting a 2-pointer. We have an injury underneath the rim.
Allez, mesdames et messieurs, on espère que ce n'est pas trop grave.
Looks like Saiki Gia was hit. She's having a lot of trouble of getting back up on her feet. At least she's standing now, but she needs a lot of help to get out of the court. It looks like took a hit to the head. These are some images we don't want to see. I hope she's going to be all right. But the game will go on. Canada with another shot of wrapping this up and qualify to the semifinals. Good pass from Catherine Plouffe, and Paige Crozon ends it. It was not easy for Canada, but they took care of business. And in the end, after the overtime, they win this 20-18, eliminating SC Yuanda and staying undefeated in the competition. The reigning champs of the FIBA 3x3 Women's Series are through, and they're gonna play in the semifinals later on. This was just the first game of the tournament, but how cool was it? And we are just getting started. Stay here with us on our FIBA 3x3 YouTube channel. As once again, we are hoping Sayuki Jia is going to get the treatment needed and everything is going to be all right for her after taking a hit during the overtime. And we're going to be back with the next game. That's going to be Spain versus the under-24 team of the United States of America.
Okay, hello. So, Michel, in English or French? Ah, français, bien sûr. Bon, c'était un match très dur. Sur le début, vous avez un très bon départ du USA Yuanda, vous avez mal démarré. Est-ce que vous avez paniqué? J'ai pas l'impression.
Non, en fait, notre équipe, c'est notre tranquillité et notre force, et on reste ensemble et on est respectueux tout le temps. Donc, on a commencé un peu lentement, mais après ça, on a continué à jouer comme nous.
Tu es très essoufflé, je vais te laisser aller te reposer. Applaudissements, s'il vous plaît, pour Michel Plouffe. Ok, maintenant, mesdames et messieurs. Mesdames et messieurs, le deuxième quart de finale. Ah, tu peux mettre du son, t'inquiète, t'inquiète, bien sûr que tu peux mettre du son. Le deuxième quart de finale, et je vous demande de faire du bruit, mesdames et messieurs. Make some noise for the next two teams in this game 2 of quarterfinal. Applaudissements pour l'Espagne et le USA Under 24, les moins de 24 ans des États-Unis. Applaudissements pour les deux équipes, s'il vous plaît. Et on commence avec l'Espagne, mesdames et messieurs, la numéro 22, number 22, Juana Carrillo Cucharo. La numéro 13, number 13, Sandra Higuelavide. Numéro 44, number 44, Gracia Alonso. Et on conclut avec la numéro 11, number 11, Vega Jimeno. Et maintenant, voilà, nous applaudissons l'équipe d'Espagne. Et maintenant, après l'équipe d'Espagne, je vous demande d'applaudir et de faire du bruit pour les USA Under 24 avec le numéro 11, number 11, Kayla Wills. Numéro 4, number 4, Alexis Donarski. La numéro 14, number 14, Madison Scott. And we conclude with number 7. On termine avec la numéro 7, Céleste Taylor. Mesdames et messieurs, applaudissements pour les moins de 24 ans des États-Unis. Sans eux, il n'y a pas de match. Je vous demande une fois de plus d'applaudir et d'accueillir les arbitres.
So coming up next, Spain versus the United States of America under-24 team. USA represented here by two teams, the national team and the under-24 team. Spain undefeated so far in the tournament. They finished first in a group against the Netherlands and Portugal. They defeated Portugal by the score of 18-11, and then they won against Netherlands 13-11. Meanwhile, the USA under-24 team finished second in a group with France and Győr, a team that's representing Hungary. USA U24 had no chance against France, 18-11, the score in favor of Les Bleus. But then they defeated Gore 17-13, and they are here playing for a spot in the semifinals. Already qualified Canada after defeating in the overtime Yuanda. And we are underway. USA with the first possession of the game. This is Kyla Wells. Is putting the ball inside the paint. Celeste Taylor misses that shot, gets it back. Taylor from the corner. And the ball is rebounded here by Igueravide. Alonso, defended by Taylor with a shot clock down to 1. She had to put it up, but did not touch the rim. And the lockdown defense from the United States of America works as Spain was looking for a kick ball. The refs are saying, I didn't see anything like that. So the game goes on. USA gets it back. Celeste Taylor gives it to Madison Scott. Wells keeping the dribble alive. She was looking for the pass inside. That's intercepted by Igueravide. Alonso back to Igueravide. Looks for the screen. And now we have a foul against Gracia Alonso. Because Kyla Wells was fighting for a position. She grabbed her. And that's team foul number 1 against the Americans. Juana Camillon gets the ball back. She's wide open from beyond the arc. Bullseye. 2-pointer for Spain as they are opening the first wound in this one. Taylor in the paint, the right-hand hook shot. Inaccurate, gets back the ball. Second attempt, oh my goodness, that was inhaled by Igueravide, who said, give me that. Turnaround J, missed by Vega Jimeno. Dietrich, Taylor. She was looking for a screen, and now we have a foul against Spain, I think. I'm getting the same images you are getting. That's what I have to mention. So if I don't see the refs, I'm not really sure what they called for, but that's a foul against Spain. Team foul number 1. Celeste Taylor looks for Dietrich. Now we have Madison Scott driving to the rim and scoring. And 1 for Madison Scott, observing the contact. And now heading to the free throw line for a 2-point opportunity. Trying to tie this game at 2. The free throw is good. Igueravide. The crossover. Looking to create some space. Lets it fly from outside. Celeste Taylor with the board. Dietrich from the same spot. Not even close. That's an air ball. The ball rolls out of bounds and it'll be awarded to Spain. As you can see, we have reached full capacity here in Orléans. There are no empty seats anymore, and there are a lot of people watching it from the streets. This is the beauty of 3x3 basketball. You can play this everywhere, anywhere. Outside, inside, it doesn't matter. Shopping malls, beautiful squares like this in Orléans. You can put it even on the top of a skyscraper. I'm still waiting for that, but I think that will happen in the future. Now Vega Jimeno lowering her shoulder and drawing the contact. She gets to the free throw line, trying to give Spain back the lead. Jimeno, a very experienced player for the Spanish national team, as well as Sandra Igueravide. They both won the gold medals back in 2021 at the FIBA 3x3 Europe Cup, and they won the silver medals 2 years before that, in 2019, also the FIBA 3x3 Europe Cup. Vega Jimeno, 58 games played so far in the women's series, putting the ball inside here for Alonso. who is posting and toasting, adding another point for Spain. Now Celeste Taylor is denied. What about that? Acting like the Minister of Defense, saying, not on my watch. Alonso working double shift here after scoring the bucket for Spain, creating some great defensive play for the Spanish team. Igueravide with the steal going to the rim. That was cleared out and the basket will count. From outside, inaccurate on the shot is Kyla Wells. Alonso back to Igueravide. Once again, Alonso is looking for Camilion. Lets it fly, won't go. Alonso getting the possession. And she was grabbed by Kyla Wells. Of course, the Americans are still young. They're not as powerful as their opponents. That might be a factor. And that affects the game a lot of times. It doesn't matter what kind of basketball we're talking about, but especially in 3x3 basketball, where the contacts are so physical, and usually the refs are letting you play. You know, they're letting you play through the contact. This is more like closer to what's happening on the streets. This is where this started from, actually, so it's pretty normal not to get called for a foul easily. The ball here deflected, intercepted by Spain. Alonso gets it to Camilion. Inside, Vega Jimeno finally getting that ball after tipping it with her fingers and absorbing the possession. She scored off the glass, and we have reached the first TV timeout of this game with 6 minutes and 44 seconds left until the end of this ball game. Once again, keep in mind you can follow all the action live on our FIBA 3x3 YouTube channel or the tournaments this year. And we're talking about a total of 23 tournaments in the Women's Series Tour. Going to be broadcasted live here on FIBA 3x3 YouTube channel. My fellow Jordan Liggins going to be with you for half of them. Myself, Cosmin Petrescu, I'm going to be here with you with half of the tournaments. Don't forget to subscribe on our FIBA YouTube channel. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. You cannot like us. If you're watching this game, you have to like us. Just hit that like button, hit that follow button, I don't know, and hit the follow button on Instagram. But also, except the FIBA 3x3, which I know you are following for a long time, don't forget to follow FIBA 3x3W. This is dedicated especially for women basketball. Meanwhile, a one-pointer for the United States of America. Madison Scott was the one to score it. This is Kyla Wells. Back to Dietrich. Scott now turns, looks for the bucket, and she will get it plus the foul. Just like that, USA can tie it at 5. Power move by Madison Scott. She was muscling her way in the paint, absorbing that contact, and giving Spain the team foul number 3.
Avertissement pour contestation. Vous avez vu, c'est ça la beauté des playoffs.
We are tied at 5. The free throw is good. Camilion from the corner. 8 ball to the corner pocket. We didn't stay locked for too long as Camilion was scoring from outside. The bucket will not count here. We have a foul before the shot. Dietrich. That's an offensive foul. A moving screen against USA. Spain gets it back. Looking for the screen. She was trying to pass that to Jimeno, but she was grabbed from behind, and that's a foul against USA. United States of America already with 16 fouls, so from now on they're over the limit. Spain still has 2 fouls to give. Igueravide from outside, Money nothing but net for Sandra Igueravide as she is doubling the lead for her team. The lob pass inside, turnaround J, this time is good. Madison Scott scoring for USA. Vega Jimeno again from outside, plus the foul. Vega Jimeno catches in from beyond the arc, and she will head to the free throw line for a rare three-point play in 3x3 basketball.
On est à 7 fautes d'équipe du côté des Américaines, ce qui veut dire que les
Spain with a chance to get twice as many points as their opponents, and we have not reached not even the midpoint of this game. And actually that foul occurred when USA is in the penalty, so basically Jimeno had even a 4-point play opportunity, but she missed the first free throw, not even a 3-point play, because she missed the second one too. So it stays 11-6 in favor of Spain. Celeste Taylor, she is fouled now. Team foul number 5 against Spain.
Et mesdames et messieurs, je sens que je vais réveiller la fibre hexagonale en vous sur le prochain match. Puisque le prochain match,
Scott
le prochain quart de finale,
keeping the dribble alive, looking for Dietrich. She will not save that ball. That's a turnover against USA. Camillion, Alonso. The fake here from Igueravide, and she will head to the free throw line for 2 more shots. Sandra Igueravide, as I said, gold medalist at the FIBA 3x3 Europe Cup in 2021, silver medalist at the Euro Cup in 2019. 61 games played before this in the women's series, 45 wins, only 16 losses. She's one of the best players in 3x3 basketball in the history of Spain. Igueravide, the top scorer yesterday for her team, a total of 12 points, 6 points per game in the first 2 games of the competition, both wins for La Roja. Traveling violation against USA. Madison Scott was called there for not dribbling the ball fast enough. So Spain gets it back from the top of the arc. Igueravide looking for Jimeno. Back to Igueravide. She wants the double. That was too strong. Celeste Taylor with a rebound. Wells, the pass inside. Dietrich lost it. No, my bad. This is Donarski. Donarski lost it again. So that's another turnover for the United States of America. Igueravide not attempting the shot. She was still probing, and she finds Juana Camillion, but Camillion missed that shot. Madison Scott, Celeste Taylor, the ball from Donarski, back to Taylor, back to Scott, and this time it looked like a hot potato, and USA capitalizes on that fast move of the ball. Spain misses the 2-pointer. Alexis Donarski gets it back from the top of the arc, leaves it to Kyla Wells. Wells now on left hand. She was looking for the contact, and she draws that. Spain with team foul number 6. She'll head to the free throw line for 1 shot. Igueravide with a pass inside. This is Alonso. Finally, after missing the first attempt, she scored on the second one. Now Celeste Taylor stops. Looks for Scott. And the shot clock expires. 3 minutes and 49 seconds left. Second TV timeout of this game. 14-8 in favor of Spain as they are taking a firm grip on this lead. So looks like Spain will advance to the semifinals, but I don't want to rush it. The winner of this one will face Canada in the first semifinal. The next two quarterfinals are going to be between France and Netherlands and United States of America versus Italy. The winners of these two will play each other in the second semifinal. All the games are played today. We're going to have non-stop action here on our FIBA 3x3 YouTube channel. Igueravide, this time missing the layup, but there is Alonso recycling the attack for Spain. Back to Igueravide, keeping the dribble alive, trying to put the ball in the paint. That's a kick ball against Celeste Taylor, and that will give a fresh shot clock to Spain. Jimeno. Chameleon, fade away, contested by Taylor, gets the ball back. Donarski, inside to Kyla Wells, who's using her body perfectly there to have the advantage in favor of her against Igueravide. Vega Jimeno trying to do the same against Kyla Wells, and she knocks it down. Wells, Donarski. The crossover here from Donarski, going to the rim. Unfortunately for her, she missed that shot after a beautiful move. And now, Igueravide with a lob pass for Vega Jimeno. Turnaround J will not touch the iron. Celeste Taylor back to Kyla Wells, who's going straight to the rim. She is denied by Chameleon. Jimeno wide open for two. Won't go. There is Igueravide, and the basket should count. I don't know if that was in the act of shooting. Nevertheless, she's going to go to the free throw line for two shots. Looks like the bucket will not be added on the board. Sandra Igueravide misses the first free throw. That was a problem for Spain here in this game. Vega Jimeno also missed two free throws. And the misses came from the experienced player, because as I mentioned before, Sandra Igueravide and Vega Jimeno are former gold medalists and former silver medalists at the Euro Cup. The other two players, Gracia Alonso and Juana Chameleon, didn't play as much 3x3 basketball as these two, or at least not at the highest level like Igueravide and Jimeno. Juana Chameleon is only 24 years of age. Gracia Alonso has more experience, 30 years of age, but she was not playing for the national team of Spain as often as Igueravide or Jimeno. Traveling violation here against the United States of America. And it looks like there's a misunderstanding there between Madison Scott and Alexis Donarski. They are arguing what happened just moments ago. Alonso to Jimeno. Looking to Alonso. This is Chameleon. She was trying to lob that pass to Vega Jimeno. It goes out of bounds. 2 minutes and 12 seconds left. Still a 6-point advantage in favor of Spain. This ricochets back to Kyla Wells. 2-point attempt for Celeste Taylor. That would have been huge for USA. That would have made it a two-position ball game, my bad. Chameleon. Off-balance shot, but she knocks it down anyway. That was really tough from Juana Chameleon. Kyla Wells. The ball inside, and the miss from Madison Scott. USA still with it. Celeste Taylor finds Wells. Scott now, and she is fouled from behind. This is what Spain shouldn't do at this point. They shouldn't start fouling because they're over the limit and they're sending the opposing players to the free throw line for 2 shots. The game clock is stopped, so this is like giving new life to USA, and you don't want to do that. But fortunately for La Roja, Madison Scott misses the first free throw. She splits the pair. Once again, a turnover. It looks like Spain really wants to put the Americans back into this one. This looked like an almost finished game, but USA is not taking advantage of this opportunity. Offensive foul for moving screen. Madison Scott is penalized with that. And Spain now gets it back from the top of the arc. This is Sandra Igueravide looking for the screen. Igueravide kicks it out to Chameleon. Vega Jimeno, short hands there, but Madison Scott coming out of nowhere. And she is saying, sorry, we're closed. 16-10 stays the score. Spain will still have it. Only 1 second on the shot clock. They have to find something fast. Vega Jimeno will catch and shoot. This is what she does, but she throws that straight into the glass, and that's a shot clock violation. USA gets it back. A fast bucket here for USA, not to mention a two-pointer, would make things really interesting in this second quarterfinal. Celeste Taylor, Kyla Wells, posting up is Madison Scott, who turns, fires, and she gets the friendly roll. 1 minute left, 5-point ball game. Jimeno trying to answer, but she is very well defended by Kyla Wells, who's making that really hard for Vega Jimeno. Keep in mind, both teams are over the limit. United States of America cannot foul. They have already 10 team fouls. Every foul will be penalized with 2 free throws plus the ball for Spain. Igueravide here with a steal, gets it back. Igueravide keeping the dribble alive. She's scanning the defense, gives it inside, nice give and go. Igueravide called for the travel. Another turnover against Spain, but the clock is ticking. And the time starts to run out for the United States. Only half a minute left. The lob pass inside is intercepted. Good defense here for Chameleon. Igueravide. Alonso back to Igueravide from mid-range, yes. This might be the dagger, 17-11. Really hard to come back from that in a short amount of time, even though Celeste Taylor finds the open lane and scores for the United States. Only 6.5 seconds until the buzzer sounds for the final time. And looks like Spain will play against Canada in the semifinals later on. Igueravide. Aggressive defense from Celeste Taylor. As I mentioned before, USA cannot play the foul roulette because they are in double bonus right now. And with a shot from Vega Jimeno, this game ends. Spain qualifies for the semifinals. 17-12 the final score after defeating the United States of America under 24 team. And they will face Canada later on in the tournament. Coming up next on the court here in Orléans is the game between France, and they will have plenty of spectators and plenty of fans to support them from the bleachers, versus Netherlands. Stay with us.
Really good game. I've got a feeling you made the choice to play in the paint. I got a feeling it's one of your strengths. J'ai l'impression que vous avez choisi de jouer dans la voiture que c'est. J'ai la sensation que c'est vraiment une de vos forces. Oui, on aime effectivement mettre la balle à l'intérieur, mais en ayant fait le travail au préalable, que ce soit par un écran, que ce soit en étant passé poste haut au départ. Donc oui, on aime jouer comme ça, mais en faisant le travail pour avoir les meilleures opportunités de marquer dessous. Merci beaucoup. Congratulations, et on applaudit encore très très fort. Regardez maintenant, et l'Espagne qui se qualifie pour les demi-finales. Mesdames et messieurs, maintenant, calmez-vous. Vous étiez déjà calmés, calmez-vous. Parce que on va voir d'un côté les Pays-Bas, bien sûr, et de l'autre côté, finaliste de la dernière Coupe du Monde 3-3. On va avoir une équipe qui, je pense, vous allez avoir envie de les encourager. En face des Pays-Bas, nous allons avoir la France. Alors, vous pourriez vous montrer impartial quand même. Ladies and gentlemen, next game, quarterfinal number 3 between France and Netherlands. Et on commence avec la France, mesdames et messieurs, avec la numéro 28, number 28, Julie Cornelis Simondova. La numéro 5, number 5, Marielle Paget. Numéro 12, number 12, Laetitia Guapo. Et on conclut avec la numéro 7, number 7, Camille Droguet. Mesdames et messieurs, applaudissements pour la France. Mesdames et messieurs, face à elle va se dresser les Pays-Bas. Applaudissements sportifs, mesdames et messieurs, pour les Pays-Bas. Et la numéro 30, number 30, Loge Rissen. Numéro 44, number 44, Zoe Slachter. She's not here, okay, she's in here. La numéro 12, number 12, Julia Jorisma. Et la numéro 10, number 10, Nathalie Van der Adel. Mesdames et messieurs, applaudissements pour les Pays-Bas. Et sans eux, encore une fois, il n'y a pas de match. Donc je vous demande...
Third quarterfinal, France versus a short-handed Netherlands team. Zoe Slachter was not able to come back for today after playing just a few seconds yesterday. So, in a rematch of the FIBA 3x3 World Cup in Vienna in the pool stage, France will start as the favorites, playing on their home soil against, like I said, a short-handed Netherlands team. This is for the 12th time these two teams are facing each other in national teams competition, a history that started in 2014 at the World Cup. And like I mentioned before, they faced each other at the World Cup this year too, a World Cup where France ended as the silver medalist. They lost only against the United States of America in the final. I mean, they lost before, but they went all the way to the final, losing only against the United States in an elimination game. Meanwhile, Netherlands was kind of disappointment at the World Cup. But we are on the way. I'm going to focus on this game with Van den Adel trying to get closer to the rim here. She was looking for Jorisma. This is Cornelie, but she lost the ball, and that goes out of bounds. Still no buckets here. Nortje Drissen. Back to Van den Adel. Van den Adel lets it fly from outside, too strong, and the ball rolls out of bounds. From this French team, two players representing the national team in Vienna at that World Cup where they won the silver medals. Talking about Laetitia Guapo and Marie-Ève Paget. Paget was shooting there from mid-range, but she's not able to hit. And we have another change of possession. Netherlands gets it back with Van den Adel. Drissen looks for Jorisma. She is denied by Jody Cornelie. But Cornelie and then was grabbed, and that's a foul against Netherlands. Jody Cornelie, as I mentioned yesterday, the sister of Peter Cornelie, the EuroLeague champion with Real Madrid this year. Marie-Ève Paget lets it fly from outside, and the first 2 points are scored by the player who is playing in the National Championship of France for Bourges. Turnaround J from Van den Adel comes up short. Marie-Ève Paget with a board. Looking for Cornelie. She wants the double, but that's not even close. Van den Adel to Jorisma. Drissen. Nortie Drissen with a crossover. Jorisma wide open beyond the arc. She knocks it down. Good pass from Nortie Drissen, who was creating there for her opponent and then spotting her teammate. Wide open beyond the 2-point line. Page now to Laetitia Guapo. Guapo with a tough shot. Droguet was looking for the rebound. She got it, but the mid-range jumper won't go. Droguet gets it again, and this time with the reverse layup. She puts it in for France. 1-point ball game. Drissen looks for the screen. The hesitation move, stops the dribble. Gives it to Jorisma, who looks for the double, but that's nothing but air. And that's going to be a shot clock violation against Netherlands.
Et nous avons Camille Droguet, 19e, et écoutez bien, Laetitia Guapo, la numéro 12, classée 2e mondiale.
Guapo. Pass inside from Droguet, straight to Jody Cornelie, who says merci beaucoup. And she finishes that off the glass. Van den Adel getting closer to the rim. Did not touch the iron there, but it was rebounded by France. The game goes on. Short on the attempt was Laetitia Guapo. Van den Adel wide open for 2. Won't go. Guapo with a board. Droguet driving and thriving. She is really fast as she accelerates, leaving her defender just like a tracking device. Once again, Droguet, this time threading the needle, and Jody Cornelie almost put that in. She was fouled. She'll have to earn it from the charity stripe. The free throw is good, and France is up by 4. Once again, keep in mind, Zoe Slachter injured for this game as Nortie Drissen puts up the 2 and sinks it for Netherlands. Laetitia Guapo from mid-range. Drissen was looking for the rebound. The ball ricochets to Van den Adel. Back to Drissen. Looks for Van den Adel. Great pass by Nortie Drissen, and Van den Adel says thank you for the room service. It was almost impossible to get that pass there. Unbelievable miss then from Jody Cornelie, and Netherlands can tie it now after being down by as many as 4. Off-balance shot from Van den Adel. The rebound goes to Guapo. The crossover, the stop, the spin, the shot, and the miss. Van den Adel pushes that away. Now into Drissen's hands, who stays there, absorbs the contact, scores the bucket. France cannot hit from outside. We are tied at 6. Cornelie to Laetitia Guapo. Guapo. Back to Cornelie, but she is called for a travel. First TV timeout. We are where we started. 6-6, so we are all even. France was up by 4, as I mentioned before, but we are witnessing a 4-0 run in favor of Netherlands. Too bad for the Netherlands that they still cannot use Zoe Slachter. She really tried yesterday. She played during the first game of the competition, hoping she'll be all right, but she was able to stay on the court only for a few seconds. Netherlands finished second in a group with Spain and Portugal. After being defeated by Spain by a 2-point margin, they won against Portugal 18-12. On the other hand, France undefeated so far in this competition. They won both games yesterday, 18-11 against USA under 24 and 21-12 against Gjord, the team that is representing Hungary in this tournament, one of the 3 sponsored teams in this stop at Orléans. Natalie van den Adel with a spin, trying to get closer to the rim, puts it up, no good. Marie-Ève Paget with a board. Droguet back to Paget. Cornélie lets it fly from outside. Got only the heel of the rim, but the ball goes back to her. Recycle attack for France. Droguet, offensive foul, moving screen from Jody Cornélie. This is the first team foul against France. Both teams ice cold now from the court. None of them able to break this tie. Drissen, she was looking to get that back from Van den Adel. Last touch by Marie-Ève Paget. It stays with Netherlands. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Drissen through the screen, stops, pops, and drops. 5-0 run in favor of Netherlands after a nasty move, nastier than Amigo song from Noortje Drissen. Amigos were playing just moments ago here in Orléans, but Noortje Drissen looks like she really listened. And she said, you know what, I can be even nastier than that. And the move before was absolutely amazing, as Laetitia Guapo is heading to the free throw line, trying to stop the bleeding, and finally, France gets a bucket. 7-7 after 5 straight points in favor of Netherlands. Noortje Drissen with another crossover. This time it rolls out. Cornélie with the board. Droguet. No, my bad, this is Guapo. Guapo, one go. Droguet with the offensive board, and the second attempt is good. France up by 1. And that's a push from Laetitia Guapo, who is trying to show everybody that Noortje Drissen was flopping there. That's team foul number 2 against France. Drissen, Van den Adel, looking for a screen, finds Joritsma, nobody in the same neighborhood with her, but she misses a 2-pointer. Guapo with a rebound. Paget, Cornélie was trying to post up Laetitia Guapo, it goes out of bounds, that's a turnover. Netherlands gets the ball back. Drissen. Van den Adel back to Drissen, misses the left-hand shot. Now Laetitia Guapo from mid-range, yes. 2-point lead in favor of Les Bleus. Joritsma, the pass inside for her from Van den Adel was perfect. She was spotted better than a GPS. And now we have a 9-8 lead in favor of France. It will stay like that after the Guapo's miss. And that's a foul against France, team foul number 3. Van den Adel will get the rock at the top of the arc. Drissen protecting the ball, getting closer to the rim, looking for the contact. Great move by Noortje Drissen, muscling her way through Marie-Ève Paget, who played that defensive action perfectly, but you know, sometimes the offense is even better. Jody Cornélie at the buzzer, misses the shot. Netherlands with a chance to take the lead here. Drissen lost her balance, but she gets the ball, and look at that pass. Are you kidding me? Keep your eyes peeled. If you're open, she'll find you. It doesn't even matter if she was on the floor. France ties it at 10. Joritsma now getting closer to the rim. Joritsma won't put Netherlands up by 1. It stays tied. Jody Cornélie, Marie-Ève Paget. Back to Cornélie from Droguet. Cornélie to Paget, who wants the double. Did not touch the iron, and that's a shot clock violation. Second TV timeout of this game. 3 minutes and 7 seconds left. But once again, I'm in awe with that pass from Noortje Drissen. That was nothing but spectacular. This is 3x3 women basketball at its best. I told you when we started this competition yesterday, we have the toughest lineup so far in the women's series this season, and I guess you're not disappointed. I know I'm not.
If you think Netherlands gonna Make some noise. Ok, ok. Si vous pensez que la France va gagner, faites du bruit.
Nortje Drissen, one of the biggest prospects in 3x3 basketball, only 23 years of age. And you see what she can do on the court. And she has a lot of space to evolve. Once again, Drissen from mid-range this time. She had to put that up. Was the last second on the shot clock. Laetitia Guapo, Marie Paget wants the double. Got the back of the iron, and Guapo cannot track that ball as it goes out of bounds, and it stays deadlock at 10. 2 minutes and 45 seconds until the buzzer sounds for the final time. I would not be surprised for this to go to overtime like the first game in the quarterfinals. Van den Adel with the spin, off balance shot, puts it in. Are you kidding me? This is Guapo. She wants the double, but no good.
Allez, mesdames et messieurs, 2 minutes 25 à jouer.
Van den Adel.
Mesdames et messieurs, je crois
The game is once again stopped. Team foul number 4 against France.
Mais pour ça, va falloir les encourager, je pense un peu plus.
France, a team that played the women's series final last year. They were defeated by Canada in Constanza. The 2-point attempt from Jorisma. Rebound goes to Corneli. Guapo cashes it in from mid-range, and France is up by 1. Nortje Drissen going straight to the rim, fast and furious like Vin Diesel. She is still cooking from the corner. The 2-pointer won't go. Van den Adel with the rebound. Drissen, the crossover, the spin. Her confidence level is all the way up, but she travels here after the great defensive play by Jodie Corneli. She is big and she will not get fooled by those fakes. She has plenty of experience. We have a timeout here called by the Netherlands. 1 minute and 48 seconds left. We have to give them credit. Once again, keep in mind this is a short-handed team. They have no substitution. Zoe Slachter, injured. Didn't play yesterday for more than a few seconds, and she will not play today. She is not even on the roster today. So with
So, make some noise, of course, for Netherlands. Et si vous voulez que la France gagne, pendant 1 minute 48, mesdames et messieurs les Français, faites du bruit, mesdames et messieurs. Sur toute l'action pour l'apport, 11-12. Et ça y est, on vous entend déjà plus. J'avais dit quoi, partez du principe que j'ai raison, on gagnera du temps. Oh l'assassin! Oh l'assassin! Drissen à 2 points! Paget, avec Corneli, avec Paget pour l'égalisation. Oh là là, ce match! Et ce match! 14-14! Comment vous pouvez être assis, je ne comprends pas. Aïe 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 aïe! Oh maman, ce shoot! Oh là là! Mais qu'est-ce que c'est un sport magnifique, le basket. S'il y en a ici qui préfèrent le foot, mais je vous invite à partir découvrir un basket.
we are tied at 14.
Oh là là, mon Dieu.
I'll have to apologize. We had some technical difficulties, but I hope you watch all the action. I was not able to see what happened, but I get it that we're still tied. Drissen now with a prayer. No answer on that shot. So 59 seconds left. This is crunch time. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. We might experience a lot of turbulences here during this last minute of this game. This is anybody's game. France versus Netherlands. Toe to toe for one spot in the semi-final. This is Guapo trying to break the tie. She is fouled from behind. Team foul number 4 against Netherlands. Netherlands still with 2 more fouls to give.
Non, ça a été ciblé bien avant le panier. 51 secondes 6, c'est le money time, c'est maintenant, c'est la gagne ou on va
Guapo, 7 points per game yesterday, gives it to Camille Droguet.
Voilà,
Same average for her after the first day. Guapo with a lot pass inside. Corneli, off balance shot, got the front of the rim. There is Droguet, but misses on the second attempt. Almost intercepted by Guapo, but Netherlands will keep it. 10 seconds on the shot clock, 37 seconds on the game clock. Talking about top scorers, Natalie van den Adel was the top scorer for Netherlands yesterday with a total of 13 points. That's 6.5 per game. Nortje Drissen, the crossover, almost lost it. She cannot put the fork into it, and that's a turnover. She cannot believe it. She was almost sure that that move will be enough to leave her defender away on the court, but that's a turnover. Now France with a chance to take back the lead. 30 seconds left. This is a nail biter. Guapo from outside, right on the money. France is up by 2. Can Netherlands tie it? Van den Adel, the step back and the miss. And now they kind of have the foul, almost synchronized the game clock and the shot clock. So Netherlands, with only a slight chance to come back into this game, they still have to foul 2 more times to get in the penalty and send the opposing player at the free throw line. This is what Nortje Drissen is trying to do. Guapo is asking for a timeout. And then they have to hope, probably Guapo is going to be fouled here. Yep. They have to hope Guapo misses both free throws, and then they can attempt a 2-pointer in order to send this game to the overtime. The double from Laetitia Guapo is huge. She might be the hero for France. 1 free throw, at least 1 free throw here, might be the dagger. And the first one goes in. Cold-blooded shot from Laetitia Guapo. Silver medalist at the FIBA 3x3 World Cup in Vienna this year. 1 more shot for Guapo. This is no good. Joritsma lets it fly from outside. Nothing but net, but this is a little bit too late. And France survives, advancing to the semifinal after defeating a short-handed Netherlands team that played a great 3x3 basketball game. And we have to give them a lot of credit by the score of 17-16. So 3 teams are through. Canada, Spain, and France. 1 more spot left in the semifinals. United States of America versus Italy is the last quarterfinal. We're going to find out who's going to be the opponent of France just moments from now. Stay with us. Work with us, not against us.
merci pour votre attention à toutes et à tous. Et c'est parti pour ce dernier
Last quarterfinal in Orléans. United States of America versus Italy. This is the 6th time in the history of these two national teams they're facing each other. So far, the first 5 games were split. 3 wins for USA, 2 wins for Italy. They met including in the Tokyo Olympics in 2020. USA won that game, as well as the World Championship game in 2016 and the Poitiers quarterfinal last year here in France in the women's series. Italy won the quarterfinal at the 2018 World Cup and the quarterfinal at the women's series last year in Bucharest in Romania. Consolini now. That fall occurred before the shot, so the basket will not count. Chiara Consolini, the player who gave Italy yesterday the win in the overtime in one of the 2 games played by the Italians. First bucket of the game comes from Sara Madera, the youngest player in this Italian team. USA trying to answer Nate Harper with a soft hand that was softer than silk. So Nate Harper, the player who was one of the winners of the FIBA 3x3 World Cup in Vienna, scores for the United States of America. She's the only survivor from that team here in Orléans, and she gets the bucket after Ray D'Elia scoring moments ago for Italy. She ties the game at 2, and Nate Harper heading to the free throw line, trying to get USA back in front. No problem on that free throw. Ray. Carangelo back to Ray. Thought about it. Driving on the baseline. And the reverse layup won't go. But there is Madera. She had a huge opportunity to put that ball back into the basket. She misses the shot and she pays the price. USA taking advantage right away. Brianna Richardson, the one who scores from inside. And Brianna Richardson is hit with a technical foul warning. The refs are saying she did not let the opposing player to inbound. Second time that will happen, she will be hit with a technical foul. This is Carangelo on the spin. Tough hook shot. Almost went in. Richardson. Turn around J. Rims out. Madera with the rebound. She's looking for Carangelo, finding the open lane. Great pass inside, and Sara Madera cannot miss from that angle. Blake Dietrich gives the ball to Brianna Richardson. That's an assist. Richardson cashes it in. Carangelo now. Lost that ball on her way to the basket.
In this game, USA lead by 2-5-3.
D'Elia. The hesitation move. Everything was good except for the layup. And Nate Harper, who's showing her skills, is scoring from outside. Are you kidding me? That's a bullseye after a nasty crossover. Just like I said before, that's nastier than a Migos song. That's nastier than a Cardi B song. Look at Nate Harper. Huge confidence here, kicks the ball outside, and that's another two-pointer synced by USA. Camille Zimmerman, this time from beyond the arc. Ray answering for Italy and keeping Squadra Azzurra into this game. Harper is fouled now. Fast-paced start of this fourth quarter final, 9-5 in favor of the United States. Dietrich, Richardson, she's still giving there more issues than New York Times. Carangelo No, my bad. That was Consolini from Carangelo. And she is called for a travel. That's a turnover for Italy. Blake Dietrich gets the ball on the top of the arc as Sara Madera checks back into the game. Ney Harper. Harper to Richardson. The hesitation move. Lost her defender on their way to the basket, but finally Madera grabs the rebound. Ray accelerates and scores with the left-hand layup. Richardson. Dietrich to Harper. Harper from outside. Now watch me, Ney. Watch me, Ney. Back-to-back doubles from Ney Harper, as USA is up by as many as 6 when we have reached the first TV timeout of this game. 12-6 the score in favor of the world champs. Talking about world champs, keep in mind that Italy also won the World Cup once, and that was a huge upset back then. Ray D'Elia being the most valuable player of that tournament. That happened in 2018, and nobody expected Italy to take the 3x3 basketball world by surprise. But they shocked the world, and Ray D'Elia was nothing but pure entertainment back then. Now her team with a 6-point deficit. Madera, tough shot, looks for the rebound. She will not get that. And we have a change of possession. Blake Dietrich driving with the left hand, finds Camille Zimmerman inside. Easy bucket for her. D'Elia puts up the one-pointer. Brianna Richardson grabs the rebound for USA. The pass inside. Camille Zimmerman rolls it in. 8-point advantage in favor of the United States. Off-balance shot from Consolini. Dietrich with the board. Richardson, the lob pass inside. Zimmerman this time will not cash in, but she gets the rebound and she draws the foul against Consolini, heading to the free throw line with a chance to give the United States a 9-point lead. The free throw is way too short. Madera with the rebound. Carangelo from the parking lot, but that's way too short. Keep in mind the winner of this game will play against France in the second semifinal. The first will be between Canada and Spain. Canada and Spain coming up in about 20 minutes here on our FIBA 3x3 YouTube channel and on our Facebook page. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, don't forget to follow us on FIBA 3x3W, the Instagram account dedicated to women basketball. Richardson. Zimmerman. Back to Harper. She wants the double again, this time way off. Consolini is asking for a travel. She's saying that Ney Harper jumped with that ball in her hand as she was attending that step back too. Refs are saying you're not right, but the possession is for Italy. Carangelo, hand off to Consolini. And we have a foul against USA. Team foul number 3, Italy with 4 team fouls. Carangelo, tough shot, gets the rebound and gives it to Sara Madera, who uses the glass for the point in favor of Italy. Dietrich. Ney Harper with the push, lets it fly, won't find the bottom of the nest, and then we have a foul as they were fighting for the rebound. The foul is against USA, so both teams with 2 fouls to give from now on. D'Elia Madera posting up. Zimmerman shaking and baking, but in the end, she stayed too much in the painted area. That's a 3-second violation.
Pour les USA, protestation.
Dietrich gives the ball to Zimmerman. The spin, trying to draw the contact, but too many steps. So she traveled. Yeah, of course, when you're in Orléans, you have to take long walks. This is a beautiful city, but not on a basketball court. Ray from outside. It rims out. Rebounded by Carangelo. Consolini from the corner. Carangelo with another offensive rebound, recycling another attack for Italy. But Ray dribbling the ball out of bounds. She ran out of real estate. So that's going to be awarded to the United States. Harper. A missed shot from Dietrich. Richardson going straight to the cup. And one. What a move by Brianna Richardson, throwing Consolini on the court, but still able to absorb that contact, survives it, and puts the ball into the net plus the foul. Once again, USA with a chance to reach the biggest lead so far in this game. It stays an 8-point advantage for the moment, but Brianna Richardson gets back the ball, and with a second attempt, she won't miss. Ray D'Elia kicks it out. 2-pointer for Carangelo. Ray is there, giving Italy another chance. But in the end, she traveled too. Brianna Richardson, just like I said, giving the Italians more issues than New York Times. She's doing her job perfectly on offense and playing some great defense too. Harper with a backdoor pass, finding Richardson, and they connect better than your own phone at the Wi-Fi from your own house. And that's another traveling violation for Italy. We have reached the second TV timeout of this game, a double-digit lead in favor of the United States. This looks like pretty much over. Italy will need a miracle to turn around the outcome of this one.
Ce sera rendez-vous à 16h15 pour la phase finale. Cette fois-ci, phase finale du côté des garçons, phase finale du Challenger.
And that's also a technical foul against Italy. Nate Harper will not take advantage on that. Misses a free throw. And the game will resume, but USA still with the rock. Blake Dietrich. Harper. Once again, the backdoor pass to Dietrich. Nicely done. Threading the needle, and Dietrich giving USA an 11-point lead. They have a firm grip on this lead right now, as Italy finding something underneath the basket. Nate Harper misses a 2-pointer, and that's a foul as they were fighting for the rebound. The basket was made moments ago by Sara Madera for Italy. Sara Madera also a player with a lot of room to progress. As I said, she is really young. The top scorer for Italy yesterday was Chiara Consolini, 11 points in total, as Richardson is attempting 2 free throws. For the United States of America, the top scorer after the first day of the competition was Camille Zimmerman with a total of 12 points. Brianna Richardson had 11. Now she knocks down both free throws, and USA is within 1 of winning this game before time expires. Sara Madera turns, fires. The rebound goes to Dietrich. From mid-range, Dietrich won't go. Madera with the board. Consolini. And that's a foul against USA.
Insupportable. Insupportable.
Ray.
Plus qu'un point pour les USA et c'est gagné.
Giving the ball to Consolini, who wants the double. Way off. Dietrich with the board. Harper, the lob pass inside to Zimmerman, and she is fouled. She needs only one free throw out of two in order to wrap it up and send USA to the semifinals. And that would mean that all the favorites are through, even though Canada needed overtime to qualify. Zimmerman knocks it down, and we have the final score. USA wins it in an old-fashioned blowout, 21-8 against Italy, and they will play against France in the second semifinal. The first one coming up in about 10 minutes here on our FIBA 3x3 YouTube channel. Canada versus Spain. That's going to be followed by France versus the United States of America. Plenty of action left, and this is going to be the best part. 2 semifinals, 1 final, only 1 winner of the FIBA 3x3 Women's Series Stop in Orléans. Stay with us, work with us, not against us.
One sentence difference. Oui. Oh, merci. Pas mal du tout. Back in English. In this game, I saw a lot of movement, I saw a lot of ball movement, a lot of depth. Do you think it's a major strength, the first strength of your team?
Definitely. We play really well together, and we know how to move without the ball, and that helps a lot in your.
Donc la question c'était, on a vu beaucoup de mouvements, on a vu beaucoup de coupes dans cette équipe. Est-ce que vous pensez que c'est votre force principale? Elle a dit oui, totalement. On sait jouer ensemble, on aime jouer ensemble. Et du coup, on a des automatismes qui se développent avec les coupes et le mouvement. Il y a beaucoup de mouvements sur ballon. Merci beaucoup, Greg. On l'applaudit très très fort. En plus, ça vous a fait le plaisir de parler en français. Thank you for your French, Greg. Ouais, on maîtrise ça. Ok. Attends. Low, DJ, parce que là, mesdames et messieurs, on va refaire un Lucky Luke. On va refaire un Lucky Luke, c'est-à-dire un petit concours de tir. Mais là, même s'ils sont magnifiques, on va pas vous faire gagner des sacs ou des petites balles. Non. On va juste vous faire gagner 4 bouts de papier. Après ces bouts de papier, ça vous donne accès à un match de préparation de l'équipe de France qui se déroulera à Orléans. Rudy Gobert, Nicolas Batum, Nando De Colo, Gershon Yabusele, Victor Wembanyama. Si vous avez envie de les voir, là, va falloir venir participer. Qui a envie de tenter sa chance? Bon, déjà, alors, voilà, ça lève la main. Non, si c'est juste lever la main, moi, non, faut se mettre debout. Moi, debout, je vois, voilà. Alors, et moi, il me faut des basketteurs. C'est pas que les... Ok. Alors, un de vous trois, lequel? Amstram, ah, celui du milieu, avec le t-shirt blanc rayé. Ok, ça fait 1. Ah bah, elle a pas l'air convaincue, hein. Tu lui lèves le bras. Hein. Bon, bah, t'es obligé, du coup, hein. T'es obligé. Ça fait 2. Allez, 3. Ah, on a fait pas mal de jeunes ces temps-ci, est-ce qu'on... Cavaliers, ok, 4. Allez. 5. Allez, déjà, moi, le maillot de foot, normalement, je tolère pas. Puis Cameroun prend un maillot de gagnant, au moins. Non, allez, vas-y, Cameroun, allez. Venez sur le terrain que je vous repère. 1, 2, 3, il m'en manque un. 4. 1. Attendez. 7. 8. T'es sûr? 9. Ah, il nous faut de l'espagnol. Il nous faut de l'espagnol. Allez, 10. Eh, c'est déjà pas mal, c'est déjà pas mal. Ne vous inquiétez pas, on aura d'autres cadeaux demain. Eh, on est déjà 10. Bon, on connaît les règles. On se met en ligne. On tire un lancer franc. Bon, moi, je vais le rater, mais voilà. Si on le met, c'est très bien. On récupère sa balle et on va la donner derrière. Si on le rate, comme je viens de le faire totalement volontairement, on suit sa balle et on va marquer. Et ensuite, on va donner le ballon derrière parce que si la personne qui est derrière nous marque avant nous, c'est éliminé, c'est bye-bye, tu prends tes petits, tes claques et tu te tailles. Voilà. C'est bon, on reste bien en ligne, on ne triche pas. Et aussi autre chose, on ne dépasse pas la ligne, n'est-ce pas? Je t'ai vu, hein. Fais gaffe, hein, je t'ai vu. On ne dépasse pas la ligne et on ne dégage pas le ballon de l'autre. Mesdames et messieurs, on les encourage pour gagner 2 fois 2 places pour l'équipe de France masculine ici à Orléans. On les encourage et on fait du bruit dans 3, 2, 1, c'est parti. Ah oui, ok, direct. Attention, c'est bon, ça continue. Avec la planche. Avec la planche aussi. Ça va durer longtemps si personne ne rate. Ça continue. Oh, dommage. Désolé. Voilà, un peu long. Et c'est bon, ça continue. Oh là là, ça ne veut pas rater. Hein. Aïe aïe aïe. Et c'est dedans. Je crois qu'il y a une... Ah, dommage, désolé. Attention, faites bien attention aux éliminés. Hein. On ne triche pas. Oh là là, ça enchaîne. Oh là là. Ah, attention. Ah, désolé, désolé, c'est terminé. C'est terminé pour Cleveland Cavaliers. Allez, ça continue. 2 personnes seulement pour repartir avec les places. Ok, encore. Le shoot. Encore. Le shoot. Le shoot. Oh là là. Oh, attention. Mais c'est bien suivi. Oh là, le ballon par loin. Ah, désolé. Désolé, si, désolé. Le shoot c'est bon. Oh aïe 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 aïe. On a des shooters là. On a des shooters. De rien. Elle t'a fait un coup de main. Ça continue. Ça continue. Et ils sont chauds. Hein. Bon, je pense qu'on va passer au niveau 2 parce que là ça rate pas. Oh, désolé, désolé. Ils sont plus que 4. Ça continue. Attention. Non, ça continue. Oh oh. Oh, terminé. Ok, top, 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 top. Mesdames et messieurs, nos finalistes, vous êtes 3. Il n'y a que 2 lots. Par contre, on va augmenter un peu la difficulté. Bien sûr. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, c'est parti. Ah bah oui, c'est plus dur. Oh oh, ça continue. C'est dedans. Enchaîne. Oh, t'as eu chaud. T'as eu très très chaud. Oh. C'est des vrais shooters. Oula, c'est court. Aïe, 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 je suis désolé. On a nos 2 vainqueurs. On a nos 2 vainqueurs. Et, mesdames et messieurs, on n'a pas de topo qui là, par contre, on va rester ici, qu'on vous apporte. Et vous donne. Bah, ah bah voilà. 2 fois 2 places pour aller voir l'équipe de France. Elles sont juste là. Applaudissements pour nos vainqueurs. Ton prénom? Tom? Wassim, applaudissements, je vous laisse prendre une petite photo juste en dessous. On va avoir la demi-finale Canada-Espagne dans quelques instants. Et juste avant de faire la présentation, je vais voir si j'ai bien révisé. 130 sélections en équipe de France, triple champion de France une fois cette année, double vainqueur de l'Eurocoupe, dont une fois cette année, vainqueur de l'Euroleague, et puis au-delà de ça, une des personnes les plus sympathiques du basket français. Mesdames et messieurs, applaudissements pour Elena Siak, s'il vous plaît, qui est là. La plus sympa, c'est pas elle? Va y avoir un débat. On va revenir. Je peux faire une présentation d'abord, et puis après, on va revenir sur ce débat comme quoi Elena Siak ne serait pas la personne la plus sympa du basket français. On va revenir, on revient tout de suite. Mesdames et messieurs, maintenant c'est la demi-finale. Donc c'est-à-dire que vos miaulements de chat apeurés en guise d'encouragement, là j'en veux plus. Là je veux de vrais encouragements. DJ, j'ai pas monté le son. Et là, mesdames et messieurs, demi-finale, dernier carré. Make some noise for the two teams in the semi-finals. Applaudissements pour le Canada et l'Espagne. And we start with Canada. And number 2, numéro 2, Catherine Bouffe. Avec la numéro 4, le numéro 4, with number 4, Casey Bosch. Et porte le numéro 7, number 7, et number 1, la numéro 1, Michel Proulx. Mesdames et messieurs, du bruit pour le Canada. Oui, señoras y señores, hacemos du bruit pour l'Espagne, mesdames et messieurs. Con el número 22, el número 22, Juana Camino Cucharo. Número 13, la número 3, Sandra Caravide. Número 44, número 44, Gracia Alonso. Y la número 11, numéro 11, Vega Rimeno.
First semi-final in the FIBA 3x3 Women's Series Orléans stop will be between Canada and Spain. This is for the third time when these two teams meet each other. So far, Spain won the first two games. They faced each other last year at the World Cup in the pool stage, and also in Quebec, in Canada, also in the pool stage of a Women's Series tournament. But just like I said, Spain won both of those games. This time Canada starting as the favorites for this one, especially after winning the FIBA 3x3 Women's Series tournament last year. But Spain is a team tough to beat, and they show this throughout this tournament. Both teams undefeated in this competition, as well as all the other teams represented here in the semifinals. Spain finished first in a group against Netherlands and Portugal, while Canada won a group against Italy and Nefci. And then in the quarterfinals, Canada won against SC Yuanda. In the overtime, Spain defeated the United States of America under 2014 by the score of 17-12. I have some little technical difficulties at the official stable. That will be probably fixed in a few moments, and this game will resume, but we'll have to wait for this for the moment. Meanwhile, as they're trying to stay warm up, I want to remind you that both teams reached the quarterfinals at the FIBA 3x3 World Cup in Vienna this year. Spain was defeated badly by Australia, a blowout as the Australians won that 21-10. Meanwhile, Canada lost against France only by 1 point. That was a dramatic game. France won that 14-13 to advance to the semifinals. So it looks like this might take a while. The players were told to keep warming up, so they are giving them 2 bowls, and they're trying to stay as prepared as possible here in Orléans. Well, they're trying to probably fix the board. The big board was the problem. Looks like it's okay now.
3 jours, c'est plus. Une semaine, c'est plus. 2 semaines, c'est plus. 3 semaines, c'est plus. Un mois, c'est un peu moins. Faut le donner en termes de jours. 3 semaines, 3 jours, ça fait quoi ça?
Yep.
4 jours.
So finally, we are underway. Canada versus Spain. For the 3rd time in the history of these 2 teams, they are facing each other, and we are starting with a block from Michel Plouffe, who gets the ball back from Catherine Plouffe and puts it in for the first bucket of this game. Michel Plouffe, the top scorer for Canada in this tournament, 6.7 points per game. On the other hand, we have Sandra Higueravide, 6 points per game. She is the top scorer for Spain. Only Mercedes Walker had more points than Michel Plouffe per game. Mercedes Walker playing for Azerbaijan, but that team was eliminated even after the first day of the competition. 7.5 points per game for Walker. We are tied at 1 after the free throw sent by Spain. This is Catherine Plouffe getting her defender out of her way. No chance for Alonso to defend that. Higueravide from outside comes up empty, but she gets the ball back and she puts it in off the glass. We are tied at 2. Catherine Plouffe to Michel Plouffe, back to Catherine. Looks for the lob pass inside. It goes out of bounds, and that's a turnover against Canada. As I mentioned yesterday, Canada looks a little bit rusty after not playing in the FIBA 3x3 Women's Series this year, but they are back and they're trying to find their rhythm. They looked way better in the second game after being down in the first one. Higueravide now to Vega Jimeno, lets it fly from outside. Offensive rebound, and the ball goes back to Jimeno. She was served by Chameleon, who felt that Vega Jimeno had a wide open lane to the basket. Now, on the other hand, we have Catherine Plouffe, who's scoring for Canada. Fast-paced start of this one. Higueravide keeping the dribble alive between the 2 defenders. Pass, threading the needle for Vega Jimeno, and Spain is up by 1. Casey Bosch. And that's a foul against Spain. Spectacular play so far. Neither of teams wasting any time of going to the bucket. Casey Bosch. Michel Plouffe to Catherine. Back to Michel. Driving on the left hand, puts it up with the right one. The reverse layup is good. And that deflection was good enough to make the Spanish player touch the ball a little bit. So Canada gets it back with a chance to take the lead. Michel Plouffe going to the rim, and she is denied by Vega Jimeno. We might have some slippery spots there on the court. I saw the players falling down a few times during this game. This has not happened in the past games. We have an offensive foul here. That's against Canada. Team foul number 2. Chameleon. Higueravide. Denied from behind by Michel Plouffe. Not under Mawatch system. And too late, Gracia Alonso trying to find the bottom of the net as the shot clock was expiring. It stays 4-4.
sera un remake
Michel
de la
Plouffe.
finale de la Coupe du Monde 3x3 féminine, puisqu'elle opposera les USA à la France.
Once again, Michel Plouffe to Catherine Plouffe. They connect like two Lego pieces. And Canada is up by 1. Igueravide stops the dribble. She was looking for a teammate, but she traveled. That's a turnover against Spain. Canada gets it back from the top of the arc. As Vega Jimeno is checking back into the game, replacing Gracia Alonso. Casey Bosch looking for Catherine Plouffe. Nicely done. Put it in the spin cycle, and she scores using the left hand. Canada is up by 2. Keep in mind, Canada never defeated Spain in a national team competition. 2 games played so far between these two. Last year at the World Cup and in the Women's Series, they were both wins by Spain. The lob pass inside to Vega Jimeno, who draws the foul, and she'll head to the free throw line, trying to split the lead in half.
Elle m'impressionne, elle est hurlée, j'ai eu peur. Je sais pas pour vous, mais moi j'ai eu peur. En même temps, c'est un truc d'intérieur, vous pouvez pas comprendre.
Jimeno so far with 4 points per game in this competition, a total of 12 points before this one. Michel Plouffe was looking for Catherine. She was bumped from behind, and that's a foul against Vega Jimeno and against Spain, team foul number 2. Crows on. Michel Plouffe back to Catherine Plouffe, looks for Michel, fade away money. The accuracy of those shots from Michel Plouffe and from Catherine Plouffe sometimes amazes me. This is a good pass for Michel Plouffe, this time denied from Vega Jimeno, but it will stay with Canada, and we have reached the first TV timeout of this game. Canada 7, Spain 5. Keep in mind that after this one, we're going to have a rematch of the FIBA 3x3 World Cup final, France versus the United States of America here in Orléans. So far, France winning on their home soil, the only tournament hosted by France this year in Clermont-Ferrand on June 9th and 10th. China won 3 out of 5 so far. They won 2 at home in Wuhan and in Baodingxi. And they also won in Astara in Azerbaijan. And the other tournament held in Shusha, also in Azerbaijan, was won by the local team Neftchi, a team that's representing the capital city of Azerbaijan, Baku. Igueravide now with the rock. Driving and drawing the contact. She will get to the free throw line. Casey Bosch saying she was trying to avoid that, but she is penalized with a foul. Team foul number 4 against Canada. And Sandra Igueravide has the chance to cut this deficit to just 1. And she just does that. Just like I said, Igueravide, the top scorer for Spain so far in the competition, 6 points per game. This is Catherine Plouffe, kick ball, or maybe a foul. I think that's a foul. Yup, that's going to be against Spain, team foul number 3.
Avertissement pour l'Espagne, pour contestation.
Plouffe, Michel now with the ball. Looks for Catherine. She gets it. Turn around G this time. Not even close. Jimeno looking for Camilon. Gets the ball, lets it fly. Gets the front of the rim. Catherine Plouffe with the rebound. Michel Plouffe now putting her defender on skates, but she pushed her. And that's an offensive foul against Canada. Team foul number 5. I'm not really sure about that, but that's what they call. They're way closer than I am. This is Camillion from mid-range, nothing but net. We are tied at 7. Bosch gives the ball to Michel Plouffe. The pass inside was looking for Paige Crozon. That was deflected by Ige Avide. It stays with the Canadians. 4 ticks on the shot clock. Catherine Plouffe finds Crozon. That was way off. Ige Avide wants the double. No good. Now Catherine Plouffe, the ball is deflected. Stolen by Ige Avide. Gracia Alonso to Camilo and misses on a 2-point attempt. They get it back and Spain is up by 1. Nicely done by Camilo, who fouls Catherine Plouffe here. Casey Bosch gets it back from Michel Plouffe, but misses that from point blank range. Are you kidding me? Huge opportunity for Canada to tie it at 8. They have another one, and they also wasting it. Michel Plouffe, but that was way tougher. Casey Bosch was so wide open underneath the rim. Probably she was surprised, and she felt too relaxed and missed that shot. It stays a 1-point advantage in favor of Spain. It stays with Spain, even though Michel Plouffe was so close of stealing that ball. Camilo, nicely done from mid-range, nothing but cotton. 9-7 in favor of Spain. 5 minutes left in this game. We are exactly at the midpoint of this one. That's not a foul against Spain, team foul number 5. Canada with no fouls to give. They are already over the limit, so every foul would be penalized with 2 free throws for their opponents. Spain can use it one more time, but this is far from over, and you have to manage that perfectly in order not to pay the price. Ige Avide, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Vega Jimeno trying to find an open lane, and she does that. The reverse layup is good. Now Catherine Plouffe shows her what you can do. I can do better. Nicely done here, but the pass inside surprised Jimeno. In the end, she finally scored. Now Michel Plouffe with a double bump. Get out of my way, muscling her way in the paint, scoring for Canada. Still fast-paced game. Ige Avide looking for Alonso inside. She is fouled by Paige Crozon. And that's going to send her to the free throw line for 2 shots. Exactly what I was talking about moments ago. Managing the fouls and trying to stay out of foul trouble is a huge impact in this game. Gracia Alonso misses the first free throw. One more shot for her, as Spain is in the bonus. Two huge opportunities wasted by Spain. Casey Bosch looking for some opening, getting inside. She is denied. Camilo with a good defense. Alonso looks for Camilo, finds Jimeno with the shot clock down to 3. Jimeno dribbled the ball out of bounds, and a huge 2-pointer won't count. She made that off the glass, but that was out of bounds. That's a turnover for Spain, and that huge bucket will stay only for us, for our fun. Second TV time out of this game. Less than 4 minutes left until the end of this one. Spain 11, Canada 9. Second semifinal coming up in a few moments. After the end of this one, the United States of America will play against the host, France, in a rematch of the FIBA 3x3 World Cup in Vienna.
Voilà, et Elena Siak, multiple championne, multiple médaille.
kicks it out, the fake mid-range jumper, but that was a travel and won't count. 3 points taken out of the board for Spain, once for dribbling the ball out of bounds, and now for a traveling violation. That might be huge when we get to the bottom of this one. Michel Plouffe, the reverse layup, uses the glass, and we are tied at 13. Camillon, tough shot there, but she knocks that down. Spain up by 1. Casey Bosch. Crozon to Michel Plouffe, back to Crozon, and she is denied. Second attempt won't go. What a defensive play by Juana Camillon, who's saying not on my watch. Now Camillon driving, and she got stripped from Michel Plouffe. They call for a jump ball. Canada will get it back. Canada was the team on defense on that play, and that's what 3x3 rule books are all about. Jump ball always gets the ball to the defensive team. This is Michel Plouffe, back to Catherine Plouffe. Inside, fakes, shot, scores. We are all even once again. Under 2 minutes to go. That's another foul against Canada. I see Michel Plouffe getting exasperated by those calls, and they are sending Gracia Alonso at the free throw line for 2 shots. This time she makes the first one. Keep in mind, she missed 2 free throws at the start of this game. Not actually at the start, but after the moment when Canada got into penalty. She misses those. She missed those 2. Now she makes the first one. Now Canada has 19 fouls. That means from the next one, they're in the double penalty. And Spain will get 2 free throws plus the ball. So basically Canada cannot foul from now on. You better leave your opponent to score instead of fouling, because even if you foul, you almost don't get anything, and it might be way worse. Michel Plouffe, the bounce pass to Catherine. Catherine looks for the reverse layup, and she uses that perfectly. 1-point ball game. Crozon with the steal, and she's going straight to the rim, driving and thriving. Gracia Alonso giving Spain the lead back after the great pass from Camillon. 17-16. Michel Plouffe once again same move, and this time she is hacked by Gracia Alonso, sending her to the free throw line for 2 shots. Michel Plouffe at the free throw line. First one rims out. All she can do now is tie the game at 17. And she does that. 1:22 to go. Camillon to Jimeno, looking for the screen. Igueravide wants the rock. And that's a turnover. The aggressive defense from Casey Bosch gives Canada back the ball with 75 seconds left in this one. 17-17, another nail biter in Orléans. Can Canada survive once again after defeating SC Yuanda in the quarterfinals in a thriller that ended in the overtime 20-18? Casey Bosch now to Catherine Plouffe, back to Michel Plouffe. Looks for Catherine, finds Casey Bosch. Bosch stops, kicks it, mid-range jumper, no good. The rebound goes to Vega Jimeno. Under a minute to go. Camillon to Jimeno. This is Alonso. No, my bad. This is Igueravide. Igueravide from mid-range, giving Spain a 1-point lead. Can Canada answer? Yes, they do. Catherine Plouffe underneath the basket, once again using her body. Igueravide driving and thriving yet again. Spain is up by 1. Casey Bosch. Back to Catherine Plouffe, who lost the ball. Spain can win it right here with a double if they gonna attempt it. But that's a kick ball against Igueravide, and we have a change of possession. Canada with the opportunity of tie it at 19 or even take the lead with a double. But they call for a timeout first. Another thriller in Orléans. Two of the best teams in the tournament taking hits, but none of them is knocked down so far. 19-18, 24.6 seconds left. This is almost two attacks plus 0.6 of a second. And that's it. Keep in mind, if a team reaches 21 points, the game is over. Spain can do that with a two-pointer. The reigning champs of 2022 FIBA 3x3 Women's Series Canada, down by one but with the ball. Paige Crozon. For Michelle Plouffe, she was looking for Crozon. She was stolen by Igueravide. Jimeno back to Igueravide. Threads the needle. Jimeno. She got blocked but gets the ball back, and she draws the contact for the foul. Was that a foul? Yes, that's a foul, and that will send Vega Jimeno at the free throw line with a chance to wrap it up. 2 free throws for her. Spain will still have the ball if he misses one of two, or even if he misses she misses both of them. Spain will still have the ball, but Vega Jimeno can send Spain to the final in Orléans. First one, yes. One more shot for Vega Jimeno. This is for the final. Can she send La Roja there? Adios, amigos. Vega Jimeno is keeping Spain undefeated against Canada in the history of 3x3 women in basketball, and they are through after winning by the score of 21-18, and are gonna wait now for their opponent. United States of America versus France coming up next in a rematch of the FIBA 3x3 World Cup final, as the Spanish girls are already celebrating their qualifying to the final of the tournament. We're gonna be right back with the second semifinal of the competition, and this is gonna be a good one too. What a game we had already. You know what I'm saying. Stay with us, work with us, not against us.
Congratulations, first of all. But on the previous game, you show us you'll be able to score in the paint. But in this game, you show us you're able to shot the long two, so long two. That's the strength of your team, that's the force of your team. You'll be able to play in the paint and to play long distance. Very good message. Je lui ai posé la question, merci beaucoup Sandra, on peut l'applaudir. Je lui ai posé la question. Voilà, vous aviez montré au précédent match que vous étiez capable de scorer à l'intérieur, mais là, vous avez montré que vous êtes capable de shooter droit. Est-ce que c'est ça la force de votre équipe a fait? Oui, c'est vrai qu'on a des joueuses capables de tout, capables de tout faire, et je pense que ce match, on l'a surtout gagné. C'est comme ça que se gagne les matchs. On l'a surtout gagné en défense, en mettant beaucoup d'agressivité en défense. Mesdames et messieurs, l'Espagne en finale. Et qui va rejoindre l'Espagne? C'est la grande question. C'est la grande question, mesdames et messieurs. Sachez que la demi-finale de l'Eurobasket féminin a démarré entre la Belgique et la France. Pour l'instant, la Belgique mène 30-23. Et l'équipe de France masculine, 5-5-1-19, et la levage de la Chine, et ça on en combien? Plus 30? Plus 1, pas mal. Mesdames et messieurs, calmez-vous, calmez-vous. Cliché, n'hésite pas à faire des leçons, car nous allons avoir la deuxième finale avec, d'un côté, avec vos applaudissements sportifs, Les États-Unis, applaudissements sportifs pour les États-Unis. Et de l'autre côté, nous avons la France. We start the second semi-final. Who's going to reach the in final? France or USA? On démarre avec la France. Mesdames et messieurs, on accueille la numéro 28, number 28, Jolie Cornélie Sungongo. Du bruit pour la numéro 5, applaudissements. Number 5, Marielle Pagé. Numéro 2 mondial, la numéro 12, number 12, Laetitia Guapo. Numéro 7, number 7, Camille Droguet. Mesdames et messieurs, l'équipe de France. Et on enchaîne avec les USA. Applaudissements pour la numéro 13, number 13, Camille Zimmerman. Mesdames et messieurs, number 6, la numéro 6, a world champion, Mrs. Lina Harper. Numéro 12, number 12, championne de France, championne de double, Dietrich. Et on conclut avec la numéro 8, number 8, Rihanna Richardson. Mesdames et messieurs, applaudissements pour les USA.
The second semi-final in the FIBA 3x3 Women's Series Orléans Stop will be between France and the United States of America. This is the 12th time these teams are facing each other in the history of FIBA 3x3 national teams women basketball. So far, the Americans won 10 out of 11. The only time France defeated USA was last year in the semi-finals in the Constanza final in the women's series. Except for that, these two teams met, like I said, 10 more times, every single time, starting with the 2012 World Championships and including the final of the 2023 World Cup just weeks ago in Vienna, were won by the United States of America. Can France, on home soil, defeat USA this time for the second time in the history of their team? We'll find out. The game is on. Ney Harper with the rock. She finds Blake Dietrich, who is denied by Camille Droguet. Laetitia Guapo from outside. Droguet fights for the rebound, and Guapo is the last one to touch it. The rim stays sealed. Dietrich. Harper gets it from Richardson, lets it fly for 1 point. The foot was on the line, so that's going to be only a one-pointer for the United States, and France answers right away. Camille Droguet scoring for her team. Ney Harper from mid-range, money again. Back-to-back one-pointers for Ney Harper, who is still boiling after the quarterfinals, but France still has the answers. Marie-Ève Pagé was found wide open in the paint by Camille Droguet. Another point for the United States. Blake Dietrich scores. Camille Droguet scoring for France. Are you kidding me? I need to breathe. I need to breathe here. Ney Harper, the reverse layup, no good. Guapo with the rock. Marie-Ève Pagé thought about it. And now Guapo is grabbed. Capacity crowd here in Orléans. 2 games left in the competition. This semi-final plus the final. Spain already waiting there after defeating Canada 21-18 in the first semi-final. There's some talks there. Edith Utschorn, one of the refs, representing the Netherlands, and the the technical officials are communicating here, probably talking about how many seconds should they leave on the shot clock. Everybody's arguing now. The Americans are arguing, the French are arguing. I have no problems. I just want this game to resume because this should be really entertaining. I'm pretty sure they're going to fix it out and they're going to solve it out pretty soon.
Et le score est bien de 3-3. 3-3.
Okay, the score is 3-3. Oh, I think that was the problem, the score. Probably the Americans didn't notice that first bucket from Ney Harper was actually a one-pointer as Laetitia Guapo letting him fly from outside but not finding the bottom of the net. The foot was clearly on the line. I saw Edith Utschurn showing a one-pointer as I mentioned it as the play developed. But the Americans probably, especially after the technical official putting 2 pointers on the board first and then retracting 1 point and adding the other one, that was actually the misunderstanding there. But this is the correct score. 3-3. Ney Harper can make it a 2-point advantage in favor of the United States of America, and she is red hot. She has more hot spots than a beetle, and now we have a foul against France. The game is stopped. My bad, the foul was against the United States. France with the ball, Laetitia Guapo finding Jodie Corneli. Back to Guapo. Trying to create some space, giving the ball to Droguet, lets it fly from outside. No answer this time, but she gets it back, and Camille Droguet is denied. Guapo is denied. France keeps it. Droguet asking, how was that not a foul? They get a technical foul warning, and that's it. Corneli, the lob pass inside, and Droguet will not miss this time. Dietrich to Harper. The bounce pass to Zimmerman. Too strong on the glass, but she is fouled. She falls down on the court, and she will head to the free throw line for one shot. Once again, I remind you, the only player participated at the FIBA 3x3 World Cup and won the gold medal in Vienna is Ney Harper. On the other hand, we have this French team that was represented by Laetitia Guapo and Marie-Ève Paget. Jodie Corneli was not part of that roster. Camille Droguet was part of the roster that won the gold medals at the FIBA 3x3 Under-23 World Cup last year in Bucharest. The mid-range shot is missed here from Dietrich, but the ball ricochets to Harper. She's wide open. France with a lot of luck there, leaving Ney Harper that wide open, but she spared them, and now Harper is grabbed as she was fighting for the rebound. Looks like she got hit on the head. That's team foul number 3 against France. Richardson to Harper. Dietrich setting the screen. Ney Harper on the left hand. Good defense by Corneli. Guapo wants to tie it at 6. Comes up short. Harper. The crossover, the drive, and the denial from Jodie Corneli. But there is Brianna Richardson fighting for that ball and getting back her own miss. That will count, plus the foul. She'll head to the free throw line after the TV timeout. USA up by 3. Less than 7 minutes until the end of this game. 7-4 in favor of the United States of America. As I mentioned before, after the end of this game, we're gonna have a dozen of head-to-head games between the United States of America and France. So far, 10 wins for the USA, only one for France last year in Constanța final in the semifinals of the FIBA 3x3 Women's Series Final Tournament. Richardson putting the ball into the net with that soft hand. Marie-Ève Paget, the bounce pass, and that's a foul against USA as Dietrich is grabbing Droguet. Guapo, Corneli looks for Camille Droguet. The reverse layup is good. France down by 3. Blake Dietrich to Camille Zimmerman. Denied by Jody Corneli. And once again, Corneli is there. But this time she is called for a foul. Corneli saying they should have called a travel before that. And that will send Camille Zimmerman to the free throw line as the crowd reacts. They're not happy in Orléans with the calls. The free throw is good. 4-point advantage for the Americans. Corneli. Droguet. The Euro step, but that was swiped like a Tinder profile you don't like. Get that out of here. And we have a shot clock violation that will get the ball back to the United States of America. Dietrich to Harper, lets it fly from outside. The board for Paget. Droguet looking for Laetitia Guapo, who was fouled in the paint. Don't ask me where I know that Tinder thing. I'm not using it. Or at least not anymore. But let's keep that between us. The ball inside, turn around J, right hand hook shot, missed by Camille Droguet. Nate Harper with the rock. The bounce pass to Dietrich, but that was not cleared out. Obviously, Nate Harper was still inside the arc, so the bucket will not count. And the score will stay 9-5 in favor of the Americans. Corneli gives it to Paget, lets it fly, finds the bottom of the nest. Just like that, we have a one-possession ball game. Harper looking for a screen, but that was a fake one, and Brianna Richardson cutting to the net. And she is fouled from behind, going to the free throw line with a chance to give USA a 3-point advantage. Brianna Richardson at the free throw line. Knocks it down again. Sure hand so far from that spot. The ball ricochets out of bounds, out of Brianna Richardson's heel. So it will stay with France. 8 ticks on the shot clock. Marie-Ève Paget, the player that I was mentioned before, is playing for Bourges in the National Championship of France in 5-on-5 basketball. And she is a silver medalist at the World Cup this year. Gonna have the rock in her hands. I know for sure that Bourges won the French Cup final last year when Paget played in Paris in Accor Arena, the biggest arena in France. They also used the central court of Roland Garros this year for a basketball game. Game number 3 of the French final between Metz 92 and AC Monaco. Everybody wanted to watch Victor Wembanyama playing. By the way, his sister played a lot of 3x3 basketball, and she was in Constanța as Droguet is attempting a 2-pointer that won't drop last year, playing for the French under-21 national team. Off-balance shot missed by Zimmerman. Talking about sisters of well-known players in international basketball, Jody Corneli, the player who is attempting this 2-pointer but won't go, is the sister of Petr Corneli, who won the EuroLeague with Real Madrid this year. in the most prestigious competition in European basketball. 11-7 in favor of the United States of America. Marie-Ève Paget with a bounce pass to Corneli. Back to Paget. From mid-range, no good. Droguet was fighting for the rebound, but good box out from Nate Harper. Zimmerman back to Harper. Foul away from the basketball. Marie-Ève Paget grabbing Richardson. Richardson feeling almost right away she has a mismatch in her favor when they switch on the screens, and Marie-Ève Paget starting defending her instead of Jody Corneli. So Marie-Ève Paget left with no other chances, but unfortunately for France, that's team foul number 7, and they will send one of the best free throw shooters in the competition at the charity stripe for 2 shots. And Richardson stays perfect in the semifinal from the free throw line. You know, this is what's happening when you're saying too many good words about a player, but nevertheless, Richardson missed the free throw, grabbed her own rebound, and gave USA a 6-point lead. This is Guapo with the spin, and she scores with a circus shot. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, because I don't know if that's what the way she wanted to attempt that. Richardson now fouled again by Guapo, going back to the free throw line for 2 more shots. 4 minutes and 7 seconds left until the end of this one. 5-point advantage in favor of the Stars and Stripes team. First one goes in. Two out of 2 this time for Brianna Richardson. Jody Corneli. Marie-Ève Paget back to Laetitia Guapo. Corneli again to Guapo. Dietrich there with a lockdown defense. Guapo had to force it as the shot clock expired. Did not touch the iron. And that's another violation against France. We have reached the second TV timeout of this game.
J'en ai vu beaucoup 3-3 et 7 points, ça s'est vu plein de fois. Un petit tir à 2 points qui tombe dedans et tout est à lancer. Mais pour ça, faut y croire. Là, je vous vois baisser la tête. Mais non, mesdames et messieurs.
So far, the United States of America dominating this game. Will France be able to turn this around? They have less than 4 minutes to do that. Blake Dietrich. Zimmerman to Harper. Harper from mid-range. This time a little bit too strong on the release. Zimmerman with the offensive rebound, recycling the attack for the United States. The spin for Dietrich, but that's a double dribble. She grabbed the ball with 2 hands, started to dribble again. A little bit of a smile from Nate Harper. Probably telling to her teammate, what were you thinking? I mean, they're watching it too. I mean, the referees are keeping their eyes peeled there on the court. And now we have a foul against the United States of America, but they still had 2 fouls to give. This is the first one. So that will award the ball to France from the top of the arc with a check ball. Laetitia Guapo will have it. Guapo from outside. She was left wide open. Not making USA paying the price for that. Jody Corneli also wide open from outside. Also won't go. Dietrich with the ball. USA in full control so far. Dietrich with the crossover, the shot too strong on the glass. That's rebounded by Guapo. Guapo to Corneli, fires and scores. And we have a foul away from the basketball. If that's against France, that will send the American player to the free throw line for 2 shots, but actually against the United States of America, so that will keep the possession for France as they have an opportunity to cut into this lead. Jody Corneli for 2. France still has the ball. Marie-Ève Paget. Jody Corneli here. Looking for Paget. On the baseline, driving and thriving. 15-10, Nate Harper, Zimmerman. And that's another foul against France. And a technical foul for arguing the call. Camille Droguet said something to the referee as Marie-Ève Paget was running on the court, trying to stay away from the refs, especially for not getting hit with a technical foul. So that will send the Americans to the free throw line for 3 shots. The first one is for the technical foul. We have 2 more shots for Camille Zimmerman now. She was the player fouled. And also, USA will retain the possession because France is in the double penalty right now. And this is pretty much over for France. They need a miracle to turn around the score now. Zimmerman makes 3 out of 3. 8-point advantage in favor of USA. Edith Utschurn trying to clarify what happened there. The ball should stay with the United States of America. But looks like they're gonna give it to France. I don't know what they were talking about there. I did not get that. Paget wants the double. That's an air ball. And looks like this crowd will not be fired up. As you can see, capacity crowd, a lot of people watching it from the street, hoping for the French national team to give them something to cheer. But so far, USA is dominating this game. Maybe this 2-pointer. No. It rims out for Paget. Dietrich with the rebound. Good defense for France. They get the ball back. Jody Corneli from the parking lot. Still won't go. Dietrich to Harper. Harper with a bounce pass to Brianna Richardson. This is the connection I'm talking about. Just like I said, exactly like your phone with the Wi-Fi from your own home. Nate Harper for 2. That would have been for the win and for the final, but came up short after Laetitia Guapo putting another point on the board for France. So it looks like we're heading to a Spain versus USA final here in Orléans. Another 2-point attempt. Did not hit the rim. Jody Corneli from outside. Still won't go. The rebound for Dietrich. No, my bad. This is Zimmerman. Zimmerman with a crossover, the fake, the double spin, and the miss. That was beautifully done. Nate Harper. Can she end it right here? Gives it out to Dietrich. The crossover, the backdoor pass was not bad at all, but Camille Zimmerman probably did not understand her intention. And she did not follow that trail. Guapo. Corneli, Droguet escaping from the defense, 19-12. Zimmerman, Richardson, between the legs, double crossover, stops, fakes, and she shoots too late. That's a shot clock violation. Marie-Ève Paget checking back into the game. Small lineup now for France with Jody Corneli taking a seat. Paget from outside, yes! France is down by 5. This might not be over. Nate Harper. The fake, the drive, protecting the ball perfectly with the left shoulder, scoring with the right hand. Paget looking for an opening again. Wide open is Laetitia Guapo, who shoots too strong. And USA back with the ball and back with the chance of wrapping this semifinal up. Harper stops, pops. Rebound goes to Droguet. Once again, Paget from the corner. This time, Wongo. Richardson. Dietrich. Dietrich will keep the ball. They will not attempt a shot. And the United States of America advances to the final of the competition, where Spain will be the opponent. 20-14, the final score in a rematch of the FIBA 3x3 World Cup in Vienna. USA winning for the 11th time out of 12 contests against France, and will play for the chance of win the first tournament in the women's series this season. 100% sure we're going to have a brand new winner. Neither Spain or USA won so far in 2023. The final is coming up in about 25 minutes. Stay with us here on a FIBA 3x3 YouTube channel, or go grab a coffee, grab some popcorn, I don't know, whatever you like. I'm going to be here with you 25 minutes from now for the final. Spain versus the United States of America. Work with us, not against us. Stay with us.
Préoccupation majeure, c'était de s'attarder sur les détails, d'être très active en défense et de donner tout ce qu'on a. Maintenant, l'Espagne. Vous connaissez cet adversaire. Comment vous allez préparer ce match? Now, Spain, you know Spain. How are you going to prepare this game?
Spain are a really tough team, veteran team, so we got to just continue to build momentum of how we've been playing and get away.
Une équipe effectivement très très forte, congratulations. Une équipe très forte, très bien, on les a déjà joué, donc comment on va préparer ce match? On va simplement essayer de gommer les dernières erreurs. Mesdames et messieurs, on a un peu de temps, ne vous inquiétez pas, mais là nous allons avoir une finale. Combien de fois on l'a vu cette finale, USA-Espagne? Mais tu vas où, Elena? Non, ne me quitte pas. C'est pas grave, je te vois la saison prochaine de toute façon. Mesdames et messieurs, on remercie Elena Tsai de nous avoir rendu visite. Ça me rappelle, demain, mesdames et messieurs, on se donne rendez-vous ici même à 16h15 pour la suite du Challenger, donc le Challenger masculin. Et donc, dans quelques instants, à 22h10, nous allons avoir la finale de ce Women's Series USA face à l'Espagne. Et du coup, mesdames et messieurs, pour le moment, l'équipe de France féminine en demi-finale de l'Eurobasket est menée de 13 points par la Belgique. Avec la super photo de nos officiels. Bon, on a fait beaucoup jouer les enfants. On va refaire un Lucky Luke, un knockout pour gagner des places pour l'équipe de France. Et peut-être que les adultes ont aussi un peu envie de participer. Il faut des basketteurs, il faut des personnes qui savent shooter, parce que tout à l'heure nos jeunes, là ça va être les adultes. On a eu les enfants, on a eu les adultes. Qui veut tenter sa chance pour gagner des places pour l'équipe de France? Ah bah si les adultes veulent pas, on va reprendre les enfants. Hein. Alors... Ah, c'est une personne dans le trou, voilà. Alors, ouais, toi aussi. Allez. Allez, monsieur, 2. Eh non, je prends pas les personnes qui sont assises. 3. 4. 5. 6. Et encore une fois, attendez, si vous arrêtez de m'appeler monsieur, c'est le meilleur moyen pour ne pas vous faire sélectionner. Je ne suis pas encore marié, j'ai que 31 ans, j'ai l'âge mental de 12 ans, arrêtez de m'appeler monsieur. Voilà. Là, tu viens pas au final? Merci. 1, 2, 3, ça manque de dames là. Elles sont les dames. Ah voilà. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Non mais quand vous montrez comme ça veut que moi je sais pas, si la personne lève pas la main, c'est qu'elle a peut-être pas envie. Non, c'est trop masculino-centré là, il faut des dames. Mesdames, vous êtes où? Miss anniversaire, c'est ton anniversaire? Hier? Ah bah non, du coup. Non, bon, allez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Vous savez jouer au basket ou pas? Un peu, ça veut dire non, ça. Et en plus, vous êtes assis. Non, je veux des personnes debout. C'est pas debout, c'est pas debout. Elle est pas debout, donc non. Allez, je fais une exception, on va être 11. Tac, et tac. Allez. Ok. Alors. Ok, l'eau, 2 petites secondes que j'explique les règles. Ouais, dans le zone, 2 petites secondes que j'explique les règles. Alors déjà, mesdames et messieurs, j'ai très peur. Je sais qu'on passe mieux aux apparences, mais je vous regarde et je trouve pas que vous avez la tronche de basketteur, hein, honnêtement. Vous ne semblez pas bon. Clairement, je préfère vous le dire. Après, les apparences sont trompeuses, pardon. Larry Bird, il ressemblait à un pecno sorti de sa campagne et c'est un des meilleurs basketteurs de tous les temps. Donc prouvez-moi que j'ai tort. Là, je vous vois, vous ne m'inspirez pas la peur. Mais peut-être, sait-on jamais. Le Licky Luke, le knockout, le Vitel, vous appelez ça comment ça vous voulez. Comment ça se passe? Vous mettez en ligne et on a 2 ballons. Vous tirez votre lancer, si vous le mettez, voilà, si vous le mettez comme ça, non, raté, non. Si vous le mettez, tant mieux. Si vous le ratez, vous prenez votre rebond et vous allez conclure là-bas. Parce que si la personne derrière vous marque avant vous, c'est terminé, bye bye, vous vous en allez sous les sifflets d'un public déçu. On ne dégage pas le ballon de l'autre, on ne dépasse pas la ligne et on ne triche pas. Quand on est éliminé, on est beau joueur et on s'en va. Même s'il y a des places pour l'équipe de France, ça va, vous les reverrez un autre jour. Vous me faites une belle ligne face à moi, face à la personne incroyablement charismatique en train d'agiter la main droite. Voilà, ça veut pas, c'est timide. Hein. Voilà, allez. Devant la ligne à 3 points. Le ballon juste là. Et oui, autre chose, oui. Ça, ce fameux truc de « Oh, je rate exprès pour prendre mon rebond et aller marquer un panier plus facile », ça aussi j'interdis. Mesdames et messieurs, on applaudit nos participants pour gagner 2 fois 2 places pour aller voir l'équipe de France. On démarre dans 3, 2, 1, c'est parti. Ferme long. Là j'aurais dû... Ah, dommage, c'est terminé. Désolé. Attention, ok, ça continue. Oula, là, le ballon va loin. Le ballon va loin, attention. Ah, c'est terminé, désolé. Ah, c'est ça, d'être en maillot de NFL, là, on est même pour basket en moment. Ah, bah là, non, ça n'a pas commencé. Elle n'avait pas la balle. Ça n'a pas commencé, elle n'avait pas la balle. Voilà, on est beaux joueurs. En plus, t'as fait rire. le met. Oh là là, ça ressort. Oh! Ah ouais, Miss Anniversaire, ça a été switch et là. Bon bah pardon, bye bye. C'est pas ton anniversaire, donc tu t'en vas. Allez, let's go. Ouh, c'est court. Mais pourquoi t'attends, toi? T'es chaude. C'est court, mais ça continue. Attention, on fait des bonnes passes. Ça continue. Le shoot, c'est un peu court. Ah, mais c'est ça, jouer en ma bouche aussi. Ah bah mais faut pas jouer en ma bouche. Et c'est pas fini. Ah bah du coup si, c'est fini, hein, désolé. Ah, c'est fini. On va... Ah mais non, mais il fallait le mettre avant. C'est terminé. Oh là là, oh là là, oh là là, oh là là, ah là là, je crois que c'est terminé aussi, désolé. Allez, on va peut-être commencer à avoir un peu de niveau là. Oh, avec la planche. Pas annoncé, par contre. Oui, attention, attention. Attention, stop avec les clous. Mais à qui est cette petite personne? Mais dis donc, c'est ton petit frère? C'est comme ça que t'en prends soin? Non, bah dis donc. Il a beaucoup trop d'énergie. Il a beaucoup trop d'énergie. Bon, alors, j'avais pas précisé dans le règlement, on évite de mettre des coups de taquet aux enfants. J'avais pas précisé, pardon. On reprend. 3, 2, 1, c'est parti. Un peu long, mais arrêtez d'attendre, c'est une compétition. Ça doit jouer vite. Oh là là, c'est pas terminé. Et si, là c'est terminé. Désolé, désolé. Allez, bye bye. Oh. Oh, désolé, désolé. Eh, mais Miss Anniversaire, elle est déterre, quoi. Ça continue, ça continue. Ouh, c'est dedans. Oh, là commence à y avoir du niveau. Oh, attention. Oh, désolé. Désolé. Ouh. C'est raté. Là, c'est dedans. Et bien suivi, c'est dedans aussi. Là, ça joue au basket. Là, le shoot est là. Oh là là, ça enchaîne. Ça enchaîne. Oh. Oh. Oh, aïe, aïe, aïe. Oh, aïe, 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 aïe. Ça commence à bastonner. J'aime bien, j'aime bien, j'aime bien, j'aime bien. Ok. Ouh, c'était pas loin. Un peu long, un peu court, ça continue. Ils veulent pas se lâcher, ils veulent les places pour l'équipe de France. Oh oh, attention, attention. C'est pas fini. Mais on a une finale à jouer à un moment par contre, il va falloir terminer. Hein. Ok. Ok. Il y a la fatigue à un moment. Oh oh. Ça continue. Oh, de rien. Merci pour le coup de main. Vous dites si on vous embête là, parce que là, ils en ratent pas, hein. Ah. Oh. Et dis donc, alors déjà. Éliminé quand même, et je l'ai vu, la petite tentative de compte. Ok. 2 fois 2 places, c'est-à-dire que parmi vous trois, il y aura une déçue ou un déçu. D'accord? Mesdames et messieurs, on les encourage s'il vous plaît. On les encourage très fort. 3, 2, 1, c'est parti. Oh, aïe, désolé. Terminé. Eh bien, nous avons nos vainqueurs. 2 places pour l'équipe de France, 2 places pour l'équipe de France, mais, pour un gagnant. Tu te bats pour la condition féminine à travers le monde entier. Non. Si, bats-toi pour la condition masculine, mais ça va, on est plutôt bien lotis. Hein, voilà. Voilà. Allez, c'est ton anniversaire. Ou en tout cas, ça l'était. C'est maintenant. Tout le monde croit en toi. On est un Women's Series. T'as pas le droit de perdre. Je te mets pas la pression. Mais t'as pas le droit de perdre contre ce chromosome Y là. Let's go. Ça continue, ça continue. C'est long, aïe là 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 là. Oh bah oui, bah là, c'est terminé. Ah là 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 là. Félicitations, quand même, nos deux vainqueurs. Ton prénom, Camille, comment Miguel, Miguel, très très bon prénom, j'adore. Mais Camille aussi, hein. Félicitations, ils remportent chacun 2 fois 2 places pour aller voir l'équipe de France à Orléans. C'est quel jour ça? T'inquiète, je vais pas t'écouter. C'est le 7 août, voilà, le lundi 7 août en préparation de la Coupe du Monde. Mesdames et messieurs, applaudissements pour nos participants. Et la finale qui va démarrer dans 9 minutes. Et l'équipe de France en demi-finale de l'Eurobasket est revenue à 10 points alors qu'on approche de la fin du troisième quart-temps. Bon, les joueuses, de toute façon déjà échauffées. On va pas pouvoir refaire un jeu tout de suite, mais on va vous faire patienter, hein, vous inquiétez pas. J'ai vu l'autre jour, il y en a certains qui étaient un peu chauds en termes de culture basket. On va voir ça tout de suite, il y en a qui ont bien répondu. Là, à part la gloire et le respect, il n'y a pas grand chose à gagner, mais c'est déjà très bien, la gloire et le respect. Oh, facile. Facile, facile. Quelle joueuse, ancienne joueuse de l'équipe de France, compte le plus de sélections en équipe de France? Faut crier, hein. En basket, bien sûr, basket. J'entends rien. Pardon? Céline Dumerc, effectivement. D'accord. Quel joueur français a la particularité en équipe de France de basket, lui aussi retraité, de compter exactement le même nombre de sélections que sa mère? J'ai entendu. Parker, non, la mère de Parker n'a pas joué en équipe de France vu qu'elle était néerlandaise. Qui l'a dit? Boris Dio, oui, parce qu'effectivement, Elisabeth Riccio compte 247 sélections et Boris Dio, 247 sélections. On va faire un petit côté juste prix. Vous connaissez tous normalement en NBA le record de points marqués par un joueur, Will Chamberlain, qui en a marqué 100, voilà. Mais le record de points marqués par un joueur connu, il est de combien? C'est le juste prix. C'est au-dessus de 100 du coup. C'est dans toute l'histoire, toutes les divisions possibles. Tentez. Combien? 120? C'est plus. Donc on va aller voir par là. Combien? 134? C'est pas mal parce que je crois que c'était quelqu'un qui avait fait 134, mais c'est plus. Combien? 150? C'est plus. Combien? Combien? 186? C'est plus. 200? C'est plus. Combien? 300? C'est moins. 280? C'est moins. 250? C'est plus. Combien? 200? 260? 60 ou 70? 270? C'est plus. Combien? 278, c'est moins. Eh, je fais du sport, hein. 275, c'est moins. 274, ah, c'est moins. 273, c'est moins. 272, effectivement, le record de points marqués, c'est 272. Merci pour la feuille de marque. C'était un adolescent suédois de 13 ans qui a marqué 272 points. C'est le record le plus, c'est en tout cas le record connu, le seul record connu. Dans un match qui me semble un peu truqué parce que quand on regarde le score final du match, 272-0. Est-ce que les joueuses... Non, on a encore un peu de temps. sont pas encore là. Est-ce que je peux vous trouver une autre question? En 1993, en finale, puisqu'il ne s'appelait pas encore l'Euroleague, qui vola le ballon à Tony Kukoc pour offrir le titre à Limoges? Ah, même les vieux, vous l'avez pas ça? Non. Frédéric Forfait, bien évidemment. Et ça, c'est de la culture générale quand même. Et mesdames et messieurs, bravo pour la culture basket, hein, bravo. Et dans quelques instants, nous allons avoir la finale entre l'Espagne et les États-Unis. Et mesdames et messieurs, je vous invite à vous installer confortablement, à prendre vos aises, puisque dans quelques instants, ça va être la finale. La finale entre les États-Unis et l'Espagne. On va avoir en plus une belle aide d'honneur avec ses enfants fans de basket et dont les parents souhaitent qu'ils percent au basket. Pourquoi? Parce que pour un contrat NBA, c'est quand même très très cher. Hein. Est-ce qu'on est bon? Oui, mesdames et messieurs, c'est une finale. Je sais que c'est fatigant, je sais que c'est le week-end, que vous êtes fatigués, qu'il y a du soleil. Mais là, c'est une finale. Je vous demande de vous mettre debout, mesdames et messieurs. Debout, je ne commence pas quand vous n'êtes pas debout, mesdames et messieurs. Tout le monde debout, 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 debout. Et on fait du bruit pour l'Espagne et les USA. Et on reste debout sur la présentation. We start with the Spain. Avec la numéro 22, number 22, Yuanda, Camillo du bruit pour la numéro 13, number 30, Sandra Higuelarvide. Numéro 44, number 44, Gracia Alonso. And last but not least, number 11, numéro 11, Vega Rivero. Señoras y señores, mesdames et messieurs, applaudissements pour l'Espagne. Très bon choix, très bon choix. Mesdames et messieurs, applaudissements pour les USA. Avec la numéro 13, Camille Numéro 6, number 6, pushing leading Numéro 12, number 12, et la numéro 8, number 8, Yuanda,
And then there were two. The United States of America and Spain are facing each other in the final of the FIBA 3x3 Women's Series Orléans Stop, tournament number 6 in 2023. This is the 7th time these two teams are facing each other. The history starts in 2014 at the World Cup, and the last one they were opponents was last year in the Constanza final in the 3x3 Women's Series. United States won 5 out of 6 games so far. The only win for Spain came in 2016 at the World Cup. So USA heavy favorites this time too, but Spain showed everybody that this is a team you should not underestimate. Both are undefeated in the competition. USA won in the pool stage, 21-7 against Azerbaijan and 21-6 against SC Yuanda. Then they eliminated Italy in the quarterfinals and they defeated the host France 20-14 in the semifinals. The quarterfinal against Italy was a blowout, 21-8. On the other hand, Spain is also undefeated, 18-11 against Portugal and 13-11 against Netherlands in the pool stage. Then 17-12 against USA under 24 team and 21-18 against the reigning champs of the Women's Series Canada in the semifinals. The game is underway. Higueravide with a ball behind a back pass, and the first bucket of the game comes from Juana Camilon after a delicious dish from Sandra Higueravide. Blake Dietrich with the ball for USA. She threw that away, not on the same page with Brianna Richardson, as she was trying to give that on the wing. Sandra Higueravide gets it back here. The ball is deflected by Richardson. Alonso says, look what I found, and she gets the rebound back, but she misses on the second attempt too. A double opportunity wasted by Spain. Now Zimmerman. She won the bronze medal at the FIBA AmeriCup last year with the United States of America. Off-balance shot is no good. The board goes to Higueravide. She was looking for Juana Camilon. She was trying to cut through the defense. The pass was a little bit behind, and that goes out of bounds. That's a turnover against Spain. Now Ney Harper dishing it in, and that was perfect for Blake Dietrich, who scores from the inside, giving the United States of America the first point in this final. An air ball for Spain. USA gets it back. Dietrich to Richardson with back to the basket. Leaves the ball into Zimmerman's hands. Zimmerman driving on the baseline, puts it up, won't go. Dietrich keeps the possession for USA. She's trying to get closer to the rim. That was tripped by Gracia Alonso. Now Vega Jimeno keeping the dribble alive, giving it back to Alonso. The lob pass inside, Jimeno against Zimmerman. She gets the bucket, and Spain will have it back after that being touched first by Chameleon and then by Harper. Or actually, then by Dietrich, who is swearing she did not have any of her fingers on that rock. The ref is saying, I don't want to hear that. The pass inside, intercepted by the United States. Blake Dietrich looking for Ney Harper, lost the ball. Higueravide from the corner, 8 ball to the corner pocket. Just like that, Sandra Higueravide is giving Spain a 3-point lead. Ney Harper in the paint, finding the easy breezy bucket from outside. Gracia Alonso. No, my bad, that was Juana Camilon, but she came up short. The crossover here, nasty from Blake Dietrich, but the pass was no good. Intercepted by Spain. This is Alonso to Higueravide. Back to Alonso, and they connect. 5-2 in favor of Spain. Ney Harper. Once again, good defense from Chameleon. Higueravide from outside, lets it fly, won't go. Richardson with the board. The handoff to Ney Harper, back to Richardson, and this time it will drop plus the foul. USA back in it. And one for Brianna Richardson. Brianna Richardson going to the free throw line. As Pop Smoke and his DR song is getting the crowd excited here in Orléans. God rest his soul. Higueravide. She is denied by Brianna Richardson. who is still acting like a bad bouncer, saying, "You're not on my list, sister. You're not gonna be granted with access in my club." 5 seconds left on the shot clock. We have a foul away from the basketball. And we have reached the first TV timeout of this game. 1 point ball game. Spain 5, USA 4. Brianna Richardson, so far, the top scorer of the United States of America, 6.8 points per game. On the other hand, Sandra Higueravide is the top scorer for Spain with 5.5 points per game. But these are just stats. This is the final. Who wants it more? Who has the best matchup? Who has the best mismatch? All those questions will find their answers in less than 7 minutes. And we will have a brand new champion for the stop number 6 in the FIBA 3x3 Women's Series Tour. The crossover from Higueravide, that was nasty and sick. And the reverse layup goes in. Dietrich to Harper. Harper trying to navigate through the defense. Stops, scores, no, that won't go. Jimeno with the board. Gives the ball to Gracia Alonso. Alonso put it in the spin cycle. I am dizzy just watching that. But she knocks it down, giving Spain a 3-point lead. Dietrich now lets it fly from outside. Got the front of the rim, gets it back, puts it inside for Zimmerman, who says, "Thank you, room service is perfect." I like that. Delicious. Higueravide. Camille on the lob pass to Jimeno, and she is fouled, even though Richardson is saying, "I didn't touch anything but the ball." Jimeno having some troubles of getting back on her feet, but looks like everything is okay. That's a foul against the United States of America. Team foul number 4. And Vega Jimeno will head to the free throw line with a chance to double the lead for Spain. Nothing but net. Richardson Looks for Zimmerman. This is Harper, wide open for two, but she passes it inside to Richardson, who is denied by Chameleon. Igueravida wants the ball as Richardson is down on the court, and Igueravida is sending that right down the hatch. Spain is up by 4 after capitalizing the short-handed squad of the United States of America after Richardson was not able to get back on her feet. This is Nate Harper now. Looks for the pass inside. Zimmerman is there, and she is served. Did somebody order room service? Looks like Zimmerman did, and Nate Harper is acting like one of the greatest waiters so far in this competition. But she can score, she can create. Keep an eye on her. She is a world champ, winning the gold medal this year in Vienna, and this is what I'm talking about. But this time, she protected that perfectly with the left shoulder, but she shot that inaccurate. Igueravida with a step back. Too strong on the release, but the offensive rebound won't go for Chameleon as they collide on the court underneath the rim. Alonso was down on the court. That's a foul, but that's a foul against Spain. Team foul number 6, so from now on, Spain with no fouls to give. Dietrich misses on the shot. Kick ball here. 4 minutes and 21 seconds left. Spain gets it back. Igueravida, after being part of the Spanish team that qualified for the FIBA 3x3 Europe Cup just 1.5 weeks ago in Romania, Igueravida now trying to give Spain the first women's series title this season. Vega Jimeno was also part of the Spanish national team that was playing in the FIBA 3x3 Europe Cup qualifier. At the free throw line for Spain is Gracia Alonso, shooting once. Team foul number 5 against USA. Alonso makes it. She missed some important free throws in the semifinal, but that did not make Spain lose that game. Zimmerman now. The floater is good. 11-8 in favor of Spain. Alonso to Igueravida. Back to Alonso. Igueravida on the move, puts it up. Won't go, but there is Alonso with the offensive board. Zimmerman once again swiping that left like a Tinder profile she doesn't like. Get that out of here, and we have reached the second TV timeout of this game. 3 minutes and 49 seconds left until the end of this one, as they're trying to repair as fast as possible Juana Chameleon, who looks like is having some trouble on that right hand. 3:49 left. Spain with a rock and a 3-point lead. This is Igueravida. Jimeno. Crossover here, back to Igueravida, lets it fly. The rebound goes back to Jimeno, who puts it up. Off-balance shot won't go, but it looks like it was last touched by Zimmerman, and Spain will retain the possession. Igueravida. This time they were not on the same page. Trying to give the ball inside to Vega Jimeno. It goes out of bounds. Turnover for Spain. USA gets it back. Harper. Dietrich splits the defense and then scores. This is a one-possession ball game. Alonso, Jimeno, the spin, the hook shot. But looks like the ball was not cleared out. That's what the refs are saying. So USA gets another opportunity to cut the lead in half or even tied with a two-pointer. Brianna Richardson in the post against Jimeno. And that's an offensive foul. Spain will have it. I'm not sure if they called an offensive foul, but definitely the possession is awarded for Spain. That's a foul against the United States of America. So that was not an offensive foul because they have reached the limit only now. Chameleon, Igaravide looking to post up Jimeno, and she is grabbed from behind by Blake Dietrich. And she'll head to the free throw line for 2 shots, trying to once again double the lead in favor of Spain. First one goes in. One more shot for Vega Jimeno. She splits the pair this time. Zimmerman. Richardson on the left hand gives it to Zimmerman. Off balance shot, no good, but there is Brianna Richardson converting garbage into gold after getting the offensive rebound and getting USA within 1 possession. They are still in the striking distance. 2:29 left. The final of the FIBA 3x3 Women's Series Orléans stop. Spain versus USA. 7th time in the history of women 3x3 basketball. These two teams are facing each other. Tough shot here from Igaravide as the shot clock expires. She did not touch the rim. That's another turnover. USA will get it back. So far, 5 wins for USA, just 1 for Spain. Harper to Richardson. She's trying to get closer to the rim. Puts it up and puts it in. Nicely done by Brianna Richardson. Now the ball inside. Alonso too strong on the glass. USA can tie it right here. Zimmerman with the ball. Zimmerman looking for Harper. They can take the lead. Nay Harper. No good. Alonso with the board. Spain still hangs on this lead. Igaravide fakes, shots. Zimmerman with the board. Same situation as before. USA can tie it or take the lead again. 1:39 left. Richardson in the post puts it up, and we are all even. 12-12 after a 3-0 run in favor of the United States of America. From outside, nothing but net. Juana Chameleon, cold-blooded shot. Huge moment in this game. Brianna Richardson got that ball stolen by Chameleon, working double shift, offense plus defense. Igaravide, the last pass inside, and Gracia Alonso saying thank you very much. Or maybe muchas gracias, I don't know. They're talking Spanish, that's for sure. Nay Harper now. Zimmerman on the move. Scores off the glass once again. 1 possession ball game. This is far from over. Chameleon with a crossover, finding the open lane after breaking the ankles. Harper from outside. Won't go. Richardson with a tip in. The action continues. This is wild here in Orléans. Igaravide, the game is stopped. Double foul, as those 2 fouls will cancel each other. That's team foul number 8 against the United States and team foul number 7 against Spain. Two-point attempt from Jimeno. Won't go. Richardson with the board. Dietrich. The double spin kicks it out. Nay Harper, step back for 2. Way off. Now we have about a 6-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock, but forget about that because we have a foul against the United States of America and the timeout called by USA, but that will send Spain to the free throw line for 2 shots. That might do it. We still have 17.5 seconds left, but this foul can make it a 2-possession game and the time runs out. The time is not a friend of the United States of America right now. Vega Jimeno trying to add to the Spanish lead. Moments ago, she had 2 free throws. She split the pair. Will she score them both this time? Will she make 1 or 2? The first one is no good. USA still in it. This is crunch time. This is harder right now. You know, under pressure, the pipe sometimes collapses. This is what happens with basketball too, but the second one, cold-blooded shot by Vega Jimeno. USA needs something fast. Richardson and Harper not on the same page. That's a turnover, and Spain gets it back. USA with 19 fouls. They cannot even play the foul roulette because they're going to get into double penalty. So this is almost over. Igueravide keeping the dribble alive. The 2-point attempt won't go. D3 rebounds this, lets it fly, but after 7 years, Spain finally defeats the United States of America, and they are the champions at the FIBA 3x3 World Series Women's Series stop in Orléans. 17-14, the final score. Spain with Gracia Alonso, Juana Camilion, Sandra Igueravide, and Vega Jimeno defeating the United States of America and creating one of the biggest upsets so far in the tournament, in the series, in this 2023 season that will continue here in France. As we are getting ready for the award ceremony, keep in mind that FIBA 3x3 Women's Series will be back sooner than you expected. We have only 2 days of break, and then on June 27 and June 28, we're gonna stay in France, but when we're gonna move on to Poitiers, and just after that, June 29th and June 30, France will host another Women's Series tournament, this time in Marseille. So we have a full schedule ahead of us. Not to mention that just after the Marseille tournament, we're going to have just 1 day of break, and the caravan will move on to Israel. This time we're going to go to Netanya, July 2nd and 3rd, and after that, July 6th and 7th, we're going to be in Switzerland, in Fribourg. First of all, let's listen to Juana Camilo. So only one thing we should find out, and then I'm going to say goodbye. We need to find out who is the most valuable player of this tournament. I guess it would be awarded to somebody from the Spanish team, and I would expect Sandra Igueravide to get that. Sandra Igueravide was the top scorer of the Spanish team, 5.4 points per game. Spain with a very good balanced team, 4.6 points per game had Vega Jimeno, for example. Also Juana Camilion with 3.6 points per game. So the MVP of the competition will be announced.
Et maintenant, mesdames et messieurs, c'est le moment d'accueillir la meilleure joueuse, la MVP. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for the MVP of this Women's Series in Orléans. From Spain, of course, Sandra Igueravide.
So, I've anticipated this correctly. Sandra Igueravide is the most valuable player of this tournament, where Spain wins for the first time in 2023. After China winning 3 out of 5, France winning once, and Neftchi representing Azerbaijan winning the 4th stop of the 2023 season, Spain, led by Sandra Igueravide, who is showing everybody that age is just a number, and she is still thriving, and she is still young, and she is still doing all of those amazing things on the court, is leading Spain to win this tournament in Orléans. And now the Spanish team will get the trophy and the check for winning this stop in Orléans of the FIBA 3x3 Women's Series.
Et mesdames et messieurs, on accueille et on fait un maximum de bruit pour les vainqueurs de ce Women's Series à Orléans. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome and make some noise for the winners of this Women's Series in Orléans, Spain!
The Spanish national team is the winner of stop number 6 of the FIBA 3x3 Women's Series in 2023. I hope you enjoyed the action here on our FIBA 3x3 channel. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like our Facebook page, and don't forget to follow the Instagram account dedicated to 3x3 women basketball. That's FIBA 3x3W. With that being said, it was a pleasure and an honor to be here with you during these 2 days, and I'm going to be here with you for the next tournaments in Poitiers. My name is Cosmin Petrescu. Until next time, I'm saying so long from Orléans.
Congratulations Espagne, félicitations à l'Espagne. Mesdames et messieurs, un grand merci. Ce magnifique week-end de basket n'est pas tout à fait terminé, puisqu'on se donne rendez-vous demain à 16h15 pour maintenant la phase finale chez les garçons. La phase finale de ce challenger. Mesdames et messieurs, merci à tous les organisateurs, merci à la FIBA Orléans, merci à la FIBA, merci à la FIBA, merci au comité de Loire basket, merci à la Ligue centrale de Loire basket, merci à la région centrale de Loire, merci à Wilson pour mon cher Florent pour les sols, avec les départs officiels. Merci aux bénévoles partenaires officiels chargés de sécurité techniciens et à toutes les équipes qui ont participé à ce Women's Series. Merci aux secouristes, merci aux OPM. Et merci à vous toutes et vous tous, mesdames et messieurs dans le public. Le meilleur moyen de remercier tous les bénévoles, c'est si jamais vous voyez des trucs traîner dans les tribunes, genre une bouteille, essayez de la mettre à la poubelle, car on utilise ce site demain. On se donne rendez-vous demain à 16h15. Passez une excellente soirée, rentrez bien. Soyez prudents et à demain.